Fine. I don't.
It's live.
It did not jog. Fuck. Like, I only remember the last part.
Okay, here, let me do it. It's okay, Izzy. But don't let your
Is that
person
okay?
It is
That's
okay.
fine.
It is okay.
Okay.
So last time on Dragon Ball Z, we were in a crypt. We were in a hole after walking through a forest of spiders. Somehow a spider has entered my backpack. I don't know how, but one of them is in my backpack. I don't know how big it is. I have no idea. It just says spider. I don't know where it came from, but it's in there.
Spider.
After we went through the forest of spiders, we entered gigantic hole. And it was a crypt to the palace of the lizard people. Also, before that, I think. Actually, I'm telling the story in a bit of a weird way. We had gone here because we were going to go raise the dead of the lizard folk to help us in our defense of the lizard folk against an army of the undead. We ended up not using most of what we raised. Instead, we used Angel Boy, who wasn't really even dead. He was just he was cursed guy. What do you want from me? I already ate all the shrimp out of it, but like, yeah, if you want, you can have it. You can have the rest of it.
Shrimp.
What do you want from me? That's all you want? You just wanted my chow mein? You just came downstairs to come bug me to see if I had leftover Chinese food to give you.
I would do.
Yeah, like you can have that. From what I know, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that's emotionally attached to it. Probably not. Here, take this.
Shrimp.
Use the chopsticks.
I caught you down here. I caught you.
She came down here to see if I had leftover Chinese food.
Yeah, she told me she was gonna pee.
I mean, did you?
I don't think she did. I think she came immediately down here to go see if I had leftover Chinese food.
Yeah, the Chinese guy, huh?
Where's Addie? I can't stare at her for chicken. No, chicken left.
Hey, wait a second. Where's John?
John's here.
Oh,
Just-
he's here.
Yeah, he's typing in
You
the
didn't
chat.
see the zinger I put? I said, tell her no, chow mein, more like chow mine.
Show me.
No, I would never tell my mom that chow mein is chow
Don't
mein.
fucking
I
laugh.
would never say that.
I'm tilted. Tell her
Really?
the zinger. Go tell her now. Go.
She can have some of my chow mein. It's fine.
Tell her
Well,
it's chow
zinger.
mein.
Yeah.
I already ate all the meat. I actually feel kind of bad.
You're sucking out noodles right now?
I mean, I was. Then I stopped at all the vegetables because that's all the stuff that's good for you.
Oh yeah, Kenny, just so fucking slurp those noodles. Ooh.
And you are a growing boy. You are 7'2". You have a size 32 foot. You need that food. You need sustenance.
You have no idea how packed that thing was of vegetables. I've already eaten a lot of vegetables. I'm tired of eating the vegetables. I want something else other than the vegetables because it's just leek and like onion tops. I'm tired of eating them. My breath smells like onions now.
Ew.
Onion.
Fucking
Yuck.
fresh
Onion man.
Is this all part of the recap? Is this all relevant information I'm providing the group?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Shrimp.
Absolutely necessary. Is it also absolutely necessary for me to go get a cup of coffee? Because it's my morning. I want to start my work.
Go ahead, dude.
Okay. I'm gonna get a cup of coffee.
Yeah. I think I could probably continue that from here.
You continue these nuts.
Bitch, I'll fucking eat you.
I almost killed myself.
Anyway, so like, you know, we remove the curse of this dead dude, and like, pretty much put him full of magical fire and shit, and he survived. Booyah.
Good night. Good night. Go ahead.
We get out of the hole in order to go back to the village. He like flies us back to the fucking village, and it's already being attacked and shit. So we fight him, And of course, the prime moment, Kuro kills somebody with his dick. Now we go into the temple, I think. What's in the temple? Ooh.
Raining them. You guys are going into the temple. You guys are not staying around outside, correct?
Yeah, I think that's it. Right? Y'all?
Yeah.
What?
It's dying.
Okay. Let's get this ambiance rolling.
Ambiance!
What big one blueberries?
There'll be bloodshed. What's the bot command again? It's slash.
Which one?
Which one is the better one? I don't fucking know.
Linobot is slash, yeah.
Huh.
Vexera is the plus sign. So that's like for, I don't know, effects.
Alright, so you guys move on into the cavern.
Woo!
Cavern. Temple. You guys are in the bottom
Temple time.
left. Bottom left. Let me reveal all of you. Boom. You guys are on bottom left.
19.
If you're wondering why you're not sticking onto the map, is because I have the grid off. For now.
Oh,
Upon entering
oh,
the
the grid. The grid,
yeah.
the grid.
There's no grid right now, so you could phase through walls and shit. Upon entering the temple, it seems oddly quiet.
I've already got a bad feeling.
Is Deox leading the way through the temple, or is Deox here? Where we weren't traveling with him before, were we? Or was he in the? He was in the fight before, right? I'm trying to remember.
No, yeah, he's not here.
He's not here. Okay, cool. Just checking.
Yep.
Well,
Okay, if that's the case, I'll lead the way. They're kind of like perusing through Strixel, round corners, checking them, searching around for traps throughout the way, like any ambushes that might have been set up.
Or
You know what I
like
mean?
survivors and stuff.
Yeah, or for survivors, just any out of the
Anything.
blue stuff. Exactly, yeah.
Alright, so I return with a slice of blueberry pie and coffee.
Nice.
I'm
Roll
very
me.
happy right now.
Roll me. Investigation.
Could
My
I
day, how
offer
about-
assistance? For I am
Wow.
very good.
You could roll investigation separately if you'd like. I already dropped one regular roll.
Would like to do this if allowed.
Sure. Oh wait, someone's missing. Where the hell did freaking Vice go? Oh, he's down there by the altar.
I'm the legend.
Well, boss, what happens?
Alright, so the
Yeah.
first investigation, you're looking for oddities and any signs of
Baldridge.
survival?
Yeah.
You notice that on the doorways and on some walls there are claw marks, different types of claw marks, some larger than normal.
Do they look like anything that my Hunter's Bane would recognize? Like anything that's like a fae, a fiend, undead, something like that?
Undead.
Undead? Okay.
Oh, okay, so they've been in here.
Can I try to get a gist on what kind of undead it is? Is it the ones we fought outside?
Likelihood, yeah.
Okay. So I'll just continue kind of like skulking around, trying to kind of bring people forward and pressing on throughout the cavern while I was trying to remain as stealthily as possible.
I
Roll me
hope they
stealth.
found an exit. or something.
I don't know if it's disadvantage. Do I have heavy armor? Yes, I do. Disadvantage.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Goddamn.
boy.
Hold on a moment. I am not inclined in stealth.
Does half plate give you disadvantage? Oh, I need to look this up.
I don't believe so, but it might.
I believe it does.
Hold on, friends. I think I have an idea.
It does give stealth disadvantage.
I think I have an idea.
Do I roll stealth too? Like,
Yes, all of you. If you don't want to be stealthy, by all means, don't be stealthy.
I'm definitely trying. Hold on one second.
By all means, you know.
I have in my ability.
All right, Izzy
shit.
disappears.
Izzy's fucking gone. I can send out a scout in front of us in the form of a spectral thing. I've not used it at all. I have no idea what it does or what it sends out or what this thing will conjure, but I can see through its head.
Feel free.
These nuts.
All right, here we go. Boop-a-da bop-a-da beep-a-da boop. I'm gonna use my
this what
bonus
it
action. Manifest mind. Well, I manifest a spectral thing using my Awakened spellbook. It is a tiny spectral object which I can see through. It could look like a ghostly tome, like a cascade of text, or a scholar of some sort. So it could be a creature too. It says that's my choice. I think it'd be funnier for you to pick, Jet.
Okay. So something that represents your mind. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Something that truly, truly represents you. By all means. Okay, cool.
If it's just me, that'd be even funnier.
It's a smaller version of you.
the mini me.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Me. All right.
Hi, me.
Listen up here. I am your big brother.
Ah. Okay.
Go forth and explore this place and all it has to offer. It's safe, I promise.
He's
Goodbye.
He's fucking booking it.
I turn to Strix. I look at him. He
And
won't
then-
come back.
You hear this echoing, like, disappear in the distance.
Your splat.
I'm just like looking through his eyes while he's running around. Do I see anything in particular before the screaming stops and he fucking dies?
On the bridge, you notice that there's some strange objects floating in the water.
Strange
So, like,
floating
here.
objects.
15 on 15. It's floating by two.
Okay.
There.
Got some floating things in the river. Gotcha.
Here there seems to... No. On 12 right here. Yeah, 12. There seems to be a struggle. A lot of bloody claw marks on the walls. Everything, the beds and everything are torn up and ripped apart.
Of course, these are all just like glances because he's just sprinting through.
Yeah, he's actually just like running at Mach 10, so you're not getting a good look at anything. You just like,
it's just a quick glance around to see if there's danger.
and then he jumps
my
into
God.
the water and disappears.
Oh my god.
He leaps to his demise. I'm gonna look back at Strix. Well, there's some stuff in the river, and it looks like there's some dead people. That's all I have to tell you from what I just did, and I can only do that once per day.
I see dead people.
No problem. I've confirmed that there are no hostiles, at least within our immediate vicinity, that will jump and kill us.
That's fair enough, is what it is.
That is about all I did. Also, I think my familiar killed itself.
Slide on in front of you again because I don't want you getting whacked up, right?
You know, that's very fair. I feel very tenuous in this realm at this point. I think if you were to smack me upside down once, I think I'd finally pass.
Alright. I might take you up on that offer sometime soon, but not now.
Please do not smack me. I like my place here.
You shot me with cannon.
I didn't. You didn't even get to shoot it.
Strix is just gonna like keep creeping along, and then like, you said that there was something on the bridge, or no? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You see
it's
where it says the number 2?
15.
Yeah. So he saw bodies floating in the water. That's it.
Looks stuff
Shit.
floating. Were there bodies floating? Oh boy.
Yes.
Do the
Now that you're
bodies
closer, you
think
notice that they're
they
bodies.
could be undead creatures?
They are definitely not undead. They
Okay.
look fresh.
Dead.
They're just fresh.
Are there
dead
like
people.
familiar faces or anything like familiar, like anything? Just...
2 smaller
Oh.
lizard folk.
Oh
So they were like-
no! The kids from the alcohol room.
Yeah.
No!
It's the bitch ass kids we told not to come back in here.
Oh fuck! They're dead. No, oh, that sucks.
Curiosity killed the crocodile.
Strix like gets disappointed, kind of nods their head no, and then just kind of keeps crossing.
Are the rest of our party following us?
I imagine as much.
Yeah, like he kind of hesitates to like trail after, just kind of staring at all the bodies in the water, like murmurs something, and then just kind of trails after.
I'll move 10.
In that
unless
room,
anyone
there
wants to move
seemed to
10.
be some kind of scuffle. If we wanted to investigate that, we could.
How deep is the water?
This
You
way.
want to find out?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of
I
do.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look back around. I wouldn't do that. My familiar jumped in and died. I wouldn't do that at all. In fact,
Why?
he just vanished in the water. I don't know what's in there. There could be undead at the bottom of that river.
Can you swim?
I can, and I can breathe underwater, but there's no way I'm going in that. My familiar died as soon as he jumped in it, so I would not recommend.
Maybe it's some kind of corrosive.
I don't know what that water is anymore. It might not even be water. I wouldn't trust it. I don't have time to identify it.
Maybe even a portal.
Although, if you wanted to jump in it and take a look yourself, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
He's just gonna like get a stick or something and like.
On that note, what happens if I don't know, I kind of like drop down my chain like an anchor into the water?
Just keeps going. You don't feel an end. You do feel it bumping into things, though.
Can I try and pull something up?
Sure.
It's like a fish hook. You're fucking fish
Oh my
hook.
god.
My veins also work as fishhook. Yes,
Jesus Christ.
they're like her veins.
You pull it up.
How do I fish?
How
Just
do you-
Water?
no. This one is more like how you say. Technically, you can control your chains, so
Oh,
you could
yeah.
you could just
Oh,
kind
you're
of
sure.
wrap and then
Close.
strength check it, athletics check it
Okay.
to pull.
Athletic. Pull.
This whatever you are wrapping around does seem to be a bit big, and it feels a bit heavy. As you pull up, it appears in front of you as one of the bodies of the bigger lizardmen that you fought outside, completely maimed.
What?
I wanna hoist the body up onto the bridge, like for some, so like if anyone wants to inspect it in detail, they can do that.
I mean, might as well, because like we don't know if it was like retaliation from the people here or something else entirely. I guess, do I roll investigation?
Oh.
I'm not quite good with that.
What are you trying to find out?
You fished up a body. Want me to look
Investigation.
at it?
Just
Investigation
kind
would be
of-
alright. Or if you want to like understand how it died, I guess medicine or survival. Either way. I'm alright with any of the three.
Okay. Wait, shit. My connection is. God damn it.
He's dying! Oh my god, I gave myself.
And 11.
And 11. It does appear to be some sort of retaliation.
Hmm.
Doesn't seem to be anything that we already don't know. Already know. Not don't.
Where is
Ah.
the other lizardman? The angel one? Did he decide to stay?
Oh no, yeah, he's there.
Oh, he's here. He was with us.
Yeah, no, he's just kind of in the back, just observing everything.
Friend, it seems we're a bit late.
Maybe they could have, like, whoever survived must have gone somewhere. I don't see certain people
Oh.
into
I think that's enough playing fishing with the dead lake body. Let's go take a look with
I'm like opening the store
this
right now.
room. Let's go look at the other room. I saw a scuffle in here, and I'm wondering if we'll find familiar faces.
Okay,
Mhm.
you open the door, and what you find is almost exactly what Gray said before. However, and you notice on the walls, there are massive claw marks, and in comparison to the claw marks around it, it is at least 3 times the size of them.
Assuming it's
Okay.
that large, are there any signs of the direction that that creature is going?
You presume the busted wall on over here.
Okay, gotcha. So he's first of all. So, is it? Do I think possibly be in the waters?
It could possibly be in the waters, yes.
Strix will turn around towards Gray and say, "Get away from the water. Something's lurking
Oh.
around."
I figured my familiar jumped it and died. I didn't think that was a funny thing. I don't think it just spontaneously killed itself.
Mm,
Because it's undead, I have advantage on tracking it with my Hunter's Bane.
It
I'm gonna
might be
try
hard if it's
to.
swimming around the river, though. It could be anywhere
Yeah.
feasibly between us.
I'm gonna like try to creep out this north side door and like kind of gander around, paying close attention to like the waters in this direction and so on and so forth, like looking for any obscure like details, any movements at all.
I'm going to be quite
Go
honest,
ahead.
friends. If we get into another fight, like I think I'll be okay. At the same time, though, I am quite not healthy.
mm,
All right.
Mhm.
You're looking for
Do you
disturbances in the
remember?
water? Sorry, John.
Yeah.
One more time. Okay, so what you can do? Roll me, I guess, perception here.
Would it be with advantage because of my Hunter's Bane or no?
Yes.
Awesome. Perception. 19.
Cool. It's very slight. However, it does seem that whatever is in the water is quite large. It's larger than the body that you pulled out, that Red pulled out.
So, gotcha.
I think that would make it a category-sized huge creature, which is, I think, as big as a creature can get. So either 15 by 15 or even bigger. Oh no, huge and then gargantuan. Sorry, huge is 15 by 15. Blech. That's horrifying.
Trying to
Very.
think. Wait. Well, we got someone in here. If anyone's got an idea, feel free to talk now or forever hold your peace.
I think we ignore them for now. I don't think there's much we can do about them at this current moment. Trying to track them down
Mhm.
might be a fruitless effort. I think we just keep moving through and see what we can't salvage from the situation and get out of here.
Sounds good. I'll like round this corner and start making my way back towards the main hallway.
In here, you notice that the fountain is completely destroyed.
Is the fountain
Wait.
connected to the water system?
Yeah.
Hold on, friend. I have an idea. I'm
What?
going to quickly run up to the well. I'm going to smack it with Arcane Lock.
Okay.
Isn't it broken?
Yeah, it's rubble, so he's like the hole is covered. So
Oh, it's already covered? Oh, okay.
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
I
do that
understand
then.
what you're trying to do here. I get it.
I mean, like, if it's already covered, I don't need to do that. So I gotta
Okay.
take back the spell slot. All right. Well, just so everyone knows, this place is kind of nice for me because I have a fancy spell card, Arcane Lock. Essentially, what I could do is I could make barricades behind us, as everything here is a hallway or a doorway. It just needs to be a functional place in which you can enter. It wouldn't make it's not very strong barricades, mind you, unless the door itself is pretty strong. And if I'm just conjuring out of nothing, it's a pretty easy thing to take down. Either way, though, it'll be useful if we have to run away. I'll probably be the slowest, seeing as how I am the most bony inclined, and also I kind of suck at any physical activity. So
Also, Strix, make me a perception check, but this is for smell.
Okie dokie. Say perception. 19.
Perfect. Due to your nature as a Dampier, you are quite familiar with blood in general. That includes the smell of it. And the room ahead of you is full of it.
Gotcha. Well, Strix will start creeping along and making their way towards, kind of signaling people like there's some action up ahead and it's something we should check out.
okay.
Creeping down the hallway towards it.
When you get to this point, what you see is on each pillar of these 6 pillars, there is a body of a lizard folk hanging by a chain around its neck.
Oh.
Additionally,
Oh.
what may be even worse is that half of their body has been torn apart.
I'm assuming they're dead.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, it seems someone has ripped these people in half and splayed their bodies, and yep.
Strix will kind of like just wade their way through and kind of like keep looking for answers. Like keep pressing forward,
Friends,
looking
there
around,
is something
searching
I
the
can-
area for the perpetrator.
There is something else I can do, if you'd like me to. Maybe it would be better than wandering around aimlessly looking at carnage.
Does this, really quick, I'm so sorry. Does this look like
Yes.
the same creature that's submerged inside the water that's strung him up like this, or no? This doesn't look like his type of doing.
Nope. These look alive. They look like they were alive.
Okay, they were alive
Well,
at the time of hanging and then ripped apart afterward.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
You said-
Never mind. Just continue. Sorry for interrupting.
No, is he what were you gonna say?
I just like in a kind of like I guess religious aspect or whatnot. Does this look like some kind of ritual?
Roll me religion.
Did I also do that? Because I have
Yeah.
religion proficiency.
You're-
Awesome sauce.
Religion
19 and 20. All right.
time. Let's go.
Buggers.
Oh.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
I
Dead.
would,
Vice, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna ask about, because you mentioned that they're like the corpses were held up by chains. I wanted to kind of inspect them, see if like, oh, these are just chains they had lying around, or they're like demonic chains dragged up from the 8th circle of hell. You know?
Yeah, I got it. These are not by no means similar chains to yours. Your chains are cooler.
Cooler.
These are
Are
just
they-
regular chains.
Just regular
Yeah.
ones?
Yeah.
Then I guess
Is-
while we wait for Izzy to come back, Jet.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I want to cast a spell called Locate Object. And what it's oh, never mind. Izzy's trying to talk.
I'm here.
Okay, there you go.
Just
Oh.
delayed.
Wait, it says you're muted. What? But I can hear you.
Oh, it's past Izzy talking, not current Izzy.
Oh,
Past
okay.
Izzy.
It's
talking,
it's
and
up to
then-
you. Is how bad
It
is the
might be.
connection right now?
It might be easier. You've been lagging a little bit. If only for this, so that way we can properly understand.
Okay. So, well, since John also rolled a religion, I'll just explain it. So, it is a ritual, by all means. It is a sacrificial one. You're not quite familiar to who or to what. It does seem old. Like no one in recent years practices any sort of ritual like this. That kind of old.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Not in recent years, but what about before I went into the hyperbolic time
Oh yeah,
chamber?
they definitely
Hyperbolic time chamber.
they definitely did things like this.
Okay. Does this look like
Uh,
anything that I might know unique because of my backstory?
You are let's see.
Pie.
215 years old, if that matters for anything.
Yeah, no. Let me figure it out.
Take it
Let
down.
me... Let's see what I could tell you without saying much.
You cryptic bastard.
Huh? All right. You do know that this is somewhat similar to an abnormal event that happened within the roaming desert in the city made of gold.
And I don't know what deity it was dedicated to. I just know that there was a similar event that happened back in the day in the city of gold.
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Exact same fashion as this right
Do
now.
I know what the outcome of said event was, or do I just know that something like this happened?
You could assume that the outcome was, well, what you read was that the city was void of life. The citizens were hung up in a similar fashion like this.
Understood.
And there was no survivors, according to legend.
Hey, Gray, are you good with history?
Yes, very. I have an incredibly large brain.
A couple hundred years back, there was a similar incident like this in the city of gold. I have
Oh,
a feeling they might be connected in some regard, but it's the last time I've heard about something like this. Know anything
yeah,
about that?
maybe. I don't know if you want to give me an easier DC because I'm literally fucking thousands of years old. Or if you want it to be hard for me to call because
It
I'm
starts to
literally
blend
thousands
together.
of years old.
It's like all the history in your head is like sort of blending together. Yeah, this is kind of
I'm
like
just like thinking about it now. Which city of gold was it? Was it the one 100
mind.
years ago or the one 5,000 years ago?
I'm gonna continue pushing forward, and we'll find out shortly.
Hold on 1 second before we push forward. There's something that might help us, at least with finding familiar faces, if we wanted to confirm their deaths at the very least. I have in my possession, in my spellbook, a spell called Locate Object. I could locate their attire, or maybe if you know a certain item they had on that was important to them.
Didn't Hockey have that one tiger's paw?
That was the thing, but he seemed to keep that stored away, so it might just lead us back there. I don't think he would, in his final moments, take it out of his treasure box, then die with it in his body.
I feel like he might have. Wasn't it important to him?
Very, I think. He was very, very guarded of it. Wouldn't let me examine it.
I feel like it might. The choice is yours, but I feel like the Rakshasa's Claw is a worthwhile investigation.
I will consider this knowledge. I'll look for the Rakshasa's Claw with my final 2nd level slot. Hold on 1 second as I observe.
But
my
then again,
spellbook.
before you do, it looks like we might have a fight ahead of us as well.
Oh, if we do, I have a few things I could possibly do. Do not worry. I still have some things left in me.
Okay.
I might cause a cave-in, though. If we're underground, is there sky above us, or
There is no sky above you. This is an underground temple.
Stand far away from the enemy, friend, and you will be fine.
I'm gonna like to creep forward and into the next chambers if possible.
No
I'm
problem.
going to cast Locate Object as I follow Strix.
Like wait right here for the rest of the party to catch up.
What I am casting, I am looking specifically for Hakti's Rashasha's paw. Rashasha, the paw.
It's not here.
It's not within 100 feet of me.
Nope.
Is it blocked by anything?
Yes.
Okay, so there's something blocking my way, right? Or is it out of range?
It's technically out of range, so yeah, the range is.
Okay, so it's just out of range. Okay,
Yeah.
so 1,000 feet. Friends, problem.
Hmm.
I can confirm one thing. Someone took it.
That checks out.
It's not within 1,000 feet, which is quite a few miles.
At the very least, we should investigate the altar that it was resting on.
We definitely should. It's not going to be there anymore.
They might be able to find clues as to who took it.
Additionally, as you guys are here, you notice that Koreth is burning the bodies.
He can do that.
He's just setting them ablaze
I have
with a
no
torch.
complaints.
Happy fire, let's
Red.
go.
Red, how are you feeling? Are you any better from the fight, or are you still really injured?
I can still fight.
How hurt are you, though?
There's like, she looks as ragged as someone with like a quarter of their health would look. If
Jesus
that.
I'm talking of the famous scholar, Jesus Christ. Let's proceed.
Also,
Genya, do
Tenzin-
you have any spell slots? We want to heal our party barbarian before they fucking die again.
also Tenzin, real quick. For you in particular, you being a follower of Epialis, you are able to see and feel fear, even in the corpses of those that once lived. So you sense the lingering fear within each of their burning corpses currently, and it is immense.
And before I like proceed any further than that as well, does it look like he's burning the bodies to honor the dead, or does it look like he's burning the bodies to complete a ritual? You know what I mean? Like, is this a double agent type situation? I just want to double check my memory.
Fucked. That'd be awful.
Both.
I'm gonna like wait. It looks like he might be completing a ritual, so I turn around immediately, stop, and like start hauling ass backward. And as soon as I get
What's
backward,
happening, friend? What's happening?
I'm going to put up my crossbow and point it at him and say, "What are you doing?
Burning the bodies.
For what reason?"
The person we fight is a necromancer. Would you rather he have extra corpses to use?
What about the body on the bridge back there? You didn't burn that one.
That one was already dead. It
These
was
people are
already
already dead.
transformed. Already transformed.
All right. How about this then? And Strix is gonna take out their dagger, kind of like rip it against their arm just to get some radiant damage onto it, and then like cut off the arms of the bodies that are hung up because their lower half is disattached. You know, gotta burn them. I don't know what you're up to, but they won't be able to help in this sorry state, right?
You'd be surprised.
And Strix is just gonna throw an arm down on the ground at the one arm they just chopped off. Go to the other side, take the other arm off, and drop that as well. I just want to be careful.
Your suspicion is warranted.
I do not think we have time to meddle around too much. I do not think we should linger here. I think we should look for what we for what we can, and then leave. This
Sounds
place
good.
is lost.
Uh,
Nothing here remains. No. I don't think there's anyone going to be alive. I think we just look for what we can and exit. I believe our friends may be dead. I regret, truly regret, going to that crypt.
I got you.
Do you remember a few days ago when we were talking to them and they said that we had weeks? We had weeks, is what they reported.
Nothing we can do now is gonna bring them back.
Question. Who else knew that you were leaving?
I don't know.
I am unsure. I would not be able to answer that question.
Whoever saw us leave, I guess. It's not like we did it discreetly amongst the people here. There was the man in charge himself. There was the two kids that we saw their bodies. So doubt it was them. Kind of it.
Perhaps it was someone you thought was a friend?
I don't know. I don't know these people from fucking anyone. I'm just here to try to help, but I don't recall anyone else who knew what we were doing or anything like that.
From when we were leaving in that moment, no one else said anything to anyone else?
Be better off asking Deox or something. This is his tribe. He knows them best. But
Oh, Kenya knows the spell message. That is very useful in this situation. We might be able to check if our friends are alive. If it fails, they're probably dead. Kenya, why don't you try to message them?
Who are you trying to message, Gunya?
I think you have to be... Okay, you just have to be within 120 feet. If you were to draw a line from where Genya is to wherever Hakti is, do you think that Genya would be able to message them?
I mean, with the sending stone, yeah.
Sending? Oh yeah,
exactly.
we have
So,
we have the spell
yeah.
sending. Yeah.
for the message, it doesn't connect.
Oh, okay. We'll use sending instead then. It seems. It'll have to recharge. Do we want to send it to Hakti or do we want to send it to DX? We have to. We can confirm either one. I don't think we can confirm both. It's up to you, Izzy.
Ease.
I don't think he is anymore. I think he left. I think he went inside here.
Yeah, DX would have ran in first.
Like he ran inside, from what I remember.
He
it
was
last
with you guys.
described. Like he was with us at some point. He had led us here, and then he went in before we did. We took a little bit more time to gather ourselves before he went in.
Okay. You're using sending for DX?
Could try message first.
Okay. It doesn't connect.
Oh, message won't connect.
Neither of them will connect.
Oh, well, that means. Does sending work through different planes of existence?
No.
No. All right. Well, he's either on another plane or he's dead.
That's
Yeah, he's
very
either on
reassuring.
another plane or he's dead. Actually, if he's on a different plane, there's a 5% chance it doesn't arrive. So it seems like he's dead. That means he's dead. Genya, what's wrong? Does sending not work? No, that should work through anywhere. The only reason it shouldn't connect is if he's possibly on a different plane. That would be the only reason that spell doesn't work. The only other alternative is that he's dead, which I think is the more likely case. Okay. Well, we better start
Yeah.
thinking about it before it kills us. I don't think we have time to be cutting bodies.
You guys hear
and stuff
me?
down, friend. Yeah, I can.
Yes.
I think it's best if we move on. Red, did Red go all the way back there to the body? Do I just look back and I was like, the Red's fucking gone? God fucking damn it.
What you doing there, Red?
Has the body moved at all?
No.
Red,
So like, because Dion with us, right?
No,
he
no.
ran
He
ahead.
went into the temple first. I can't.
He went
I can't
ahead, if you
hear
remember.
him. Is there something in the temple?
Alright, well, friends, I think it's best that we stick together. At least from this point on. Try not to just go back places without letting the rest of the group know. I think if you isolate yourself, you're bound to fucking die. If it can kill you quickly and quietly, it's best to stick around people. Don't move away from the group. Let's also not fight amongst each other, Strix. Leave him alone. Let him. Like, it's fine. He's just burning corpses.
I'm not fighting anyone. What are you talking about?
There's a lot of tension. You did train a crossbow on him.
Precautionary. I didn't do it for no reason. Could have been
Mm.
completing some type of ritual for all I knew. That's all.
I mean, that's
Why
fair.
would he do that to his own people?
It's
I don't
it's
know.
good
Right
to
after
be
he
nervous.
became
It
alive.
is good to be nervous.
Shit's weird. Shit
But let's
like
press
that makes
onward.
sense.
Just
Let's continue onward. We should investigate where the paw went, and then from there we can go to somewhere safe to ponder all of this information that we have. It's no good to be talking about it all here. Red, what the fuck?
Uh,
Don't fucking walk away from the group.
Are you going in there?
I'm just stepping across the bridge.
Red.
Or onto the bridge, rather.
The door is open. The gates are open.
All
Do I
right.
see anything beyond it?
Roll me a perception check.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Don't see a lot, but you do see strange markings all over the ground. Around
roll
25. Go ahead.
To roll Arcana. I can't see what I wrote because Ash is posting in the other chat. It's sending me notifications. God damn it!
You rolled
Stop
24.
fucking posting in that fucking server. I'm going to kill someone.
It's 24.
24.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank
What
you.
you trying to figure out?
You said there were strange runes and other things. I want to see what they might say. If it's a strange wizard language, I might know it.
Oh, it's not that at all, actually. It's no magic. They're markings. It is,
Oh, okay.
from what you can tell, it is writing, though.
Oh, what does it say?
Run.
I squint at the text with my I have no face to squint. Stroke my beard. How kind of someone to leave this message. Let's move on now. Red, can you open the door? I don't want to go in first.
The
Door is already open.
Can you go in first? I don't want to go in first.
This fucking
We're not
guy.
sending just one person in there.
No, I know. I mean first. I don't want to be the first one to walk in.
I know. I'll go with her.
Come on, Kenya.
Like I can't move myself.
That's very cool.
Wait.
Okay, hold on. Stop right here.
You look like a tiny
Since
little
Red came in first, you find
man.
a boned weapon on the ground.
Wasn't that Deoxys?
For sure, it was.
I'll pick it up.
It's covered in blood. Additionally, there is blood. It's not all over the place, but it sort of like it appears like he got dragged by bleeding, and it goes into
Where?
the water.
Into the water?
Yep.
I want to see if I can fish someone or something out.
Red, what are you doing?
He was dragged in.
What?
There's no saving him. He's dead.
He's our friend. We have to figure out what happened to him.
There's a monster in
What
the
happened
water.
to him?
It got him. There's something else here. That's what took him.
Am I able
It'll
to fish?
take you too if you stand near the
No.
edge.
No, not this.
We can't go looking for bodies right now.
Then where do we go?
We investigate where the paw went, and then from there we.
Okay. Alright. It's just if there's some chance he's alive and I didn't take it.
I don't think there is. You used sending. Sending should have worked, unless he was dead.
There's a slight chance.
Is what I'm saying true, Jet? Or is there like another scenario I'm not thinking about? If you want me to roll Arcana, I will.
You could roll Arcana.
I nat crit.
Okay.
God damn.
One way is being dead. That you can't.
Is that the
send it.
most likely way?
That is the most likely thing. The thing that makes them the most sense.
What's the other way? Different plane of existence, unconscious? Is there
not
potential
unconscious? How do I say that? If his mind, it's not himself.
Oh, if he was dominated.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose there is one other way that could make sense.
What?
If his will was dominated by a spellcaster, like we are hunting a necromancer, so it is potentially possible they used a dominate person spell.
They could still be here.
Feasibly. Although I think what's far more likely is that he's dead.
Can't.
If I had more time, I'd be able to cast Locate Creature and I'd actually confirm if he's a corpse or not. I don't have that spell slot anymore, though. I've expended that. That's been used. And I don't think we have 4 hours to waste, and if we did, I think he'd be dead by the end of that. If we could find something useful, perhaps in this chamber, perhaps deeper in where Hakti laid his head tonight, maybe he has spell scrolls of the exact spell I'm looking for. It is a useful, very common wizardly spell. There's a chance that we might be able to find an answer within some of his things, if he is a good wizard and it hasn't been ransacked.
Alright.
We have to keep pressing
Paw
on.
is gone. I know.
I care for you, friends. I truly do. However, I really must stress that even if he is in danger, time is of the essence, so we must keep moving forward. We can't look for his dead body.
Okay.
I'm going to investigate this altar now, although it might be too heavy for me, so Red, I may need your muscles.
Mm.
I'm going to try to investigate the altar.
I'll help out.
Do I need Red's muscles for I have an athletics of 0 to open this?
Yes, of course you do.
Red, I definitely need you. I can't fucking live this land. Please fucking help me. Red, I'm sorry I yelled at you.
You open it easily. There's nothing in there.
Oh, we've confirmed its non-existence.
Can I look around, like, just the room, I guess?
Sure. Roll me investigation.
I too would like to investigate. Roll 17.
15, 17. Upon investigating the room, you notice that there, besides where you presume Deox got dragged into the water, there was no sign of a battle, no sign of a struggle.
That's weird. I am.
It might actually be a good thing. It supports the idea that maybe his will was dominated, and thus maybe he is under the
Yes.
control of the necromancer. That is relieving, if anything.
Yeah. It's unnerving, though. It just.
Slightly reassuring.
I mean, if we're dealing with something like, at least if the necromancer anyway has been utilizing some of the same stuff that we've seen in the dream plane, it's. I worry it's a fate worse than death.
You are Hakti's son, yes?
Mm.
Do you know this place well?
Yes.
Do you know if he had a study or somewhere where he may have done wizardly things?
He walks over here and opens the door.
Come on, friends, let's follow him.
Alright.
I'm going to see if he has anything useful. Perhaps we could salvage the situation somewhat.
Gonna put his hand on the door. And slowly open it. Upon entering Hakti's study, you notice that it's been ransacked. Papers are everywhere. Shelves are turned upside down. The beds are flipped. It seems like whoever was in here was quite thorough in what they were searching for. Thorough and a bit reckless and in a hurry.
They could have left something behind. Let me give this a look. 15.
15.
If it helps, I'm looking for magical stuff. Or something that may be magical. I could also roll Arcana for this instead, since I am looking for common magic items. I don't know if investigation fits.
I mean, I can use detect magic and.
Oh, that'd be better. That'd be way better. Magic sight. Go, bird boy. As I look through papers and shit for cool stuff, you could use your magic thing. So, Jet, what do I find with my 15 investigation for this room?
As a side
With an 80,
thing. Yeah.
you manage to luck out. You find it.
Okay.
Identify.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Past is he?
You manage to find a scroll of identify scroll.
A scroll of identify?
Yeah.
I'm going to. Oh, what a fucking scroll to find. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna look at it. I look back at the party. Ah, it's nothing very useful. It's something though. Now, if we find a magical item, I can identify it. Can you see anything else that's magical?
I will roll for Ginya. Unfortunately, no.
Well, it would seem as if they were completely thorough in what they did, left little behind in terms of clues and other things, and thus, at this point, I think we leave. I think there's nothing else for us here.
What about through this door?
I mean, surely, yes, we're going to press on that way, but I think I just don't know what else we'll find. Unless you, friend, know no other passageway other than, like, exits that are here. Does that door just lead to an exit?
Korith will say that, yeah, it leads to a separate exit to the surface. One
Perhaps
for
that's the way.
one for-
Actually, we might.
one for Hakti if he ever needed it.
Oh, wait. Actually, now that I think about it, that's probably the way that his assailants went. Wait, hidden room? What the fuck are you talking about?
Open.
I like how I'm like, that's the way his assailants probably went. He, like, takes off down that way.
This leads to the surface. And Red goes in with him.
We did not, Genya, though it seemed as if I think our party. I think we're moving on from this place now. I don't think there's anything else for us here.
Do you wish to go to the hidden rune, Gunya? What's Korra doing, Tenzin?
Still chilling unless we haven't really moved.
Okay.
You know what, friends, come back
I-
this way. Let's remove all possibilities. Come back over here. I'm like call to them down the hallway.
Korith is with Red
Knows
right now.
of,
I'm with
Genya
you now.
knows of one last place to check. There's a hidden room. We could go peek
I
at.
can't find them. There we go.
If it is near the water, well, it's difficult, but we can do it.
I think it's perfectly fine and want to check every corner and crevice. Feel
Let
free to
us
investigate
check-
it. You're right there, you know.
Yeah, let's
Lead the
go
way,
check
Captain.
it. Although it is in the water, that is the difficulty. So if you could all gather around, that'd be lovely.
Sounds good.
All right. I do have a spell for this, which I think might be good. Perhaps I should be the one to go. I have the spell called Blink. I just go to the ethereal for a little while, unless you also have that.
Feel free, go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to cast Blink on myself. I'm going to wait until I go into the ethereal plane, and then I'm going to take that 6 seconds to hurl myself down into the water and try to get into the hidden area, I guess, where Enganya would be guiding me.
Yee.
So I do that. I huck myself in. I swim through, like, into, like, as I'm in the ethereal plane, I go into the hidden room. I emerge over here. I look around. Is there anything?
While you're in the water, roll me perception.
Oh, really? Perception. I am on the ethereal, so I don't know if I'd actually be able to see.
Oh, no,
anything.
you probably wouldn't be able to. But while you're here, roll me
Yeah.
a perception.
Yes, sir. 10.
10.
I get basics.
The room seems to be untouched. Undisturbed.
Can I roll investigation when I get here? That's my
Yeah.
highest thing.
You could, yeah.
20.
Okay, cool. As you're like sort of investigating around, are you, there's nothing towards the surface, like the platform that you're standing on. Are you investigating the water too, by any chance?
I would put my
Okay.
head under.
There is an orb at the very bottom where the basilisk once laid.
Orb. Okay. Well, that seems interesting. Let's see here.
Do you pick up the orb?
I'm definitely going to try, but I think I have to go all the way down to it. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna grab the orb. I go in the water, I grab orb.
Okay.
Am I gonna notice something coming at me at the speed of light?
No.
Okay. I grab orb. I'm gonna go back to my party. Boop, boo, and I climb out of the water. Friends, I've obtained something.
How'd it go?
There actually was something in there.
Which was?
Although I'm terrified of water now, so I'd like to get away from the edge. It's a magical orb. I think maybe. I did get a scroll of identify, so yeah, hold on. I'm gonna slap it with the identify scroll, just expend it.
Okay.
What is this magical orb I found?
An orb of dragon kind.
What the fuck? What the
Identify also reveals more information, I believe, correct? Yes.
Yeah, I think I know what that is. I'm going to look it up if that's okay.
Oh yeah, buddy.
I think I remember this. Yeah, this has random properties to it. This is a legendary fucking item, a legendary wondrous item. What are its properties? That's what I'm curious of.
That I have to roll.
Yeah, there's some random detrimental ones as
Yep.
well as positive.
I would have to roll those.
Yep, hold on. Looking at it still. I'll tell you all about it as
But
soon as
there
I'm done
is
investigating.
one part of it that you don't need to roll.
Oh.
Well, two parts technically. An Orb of Dragon kind has spells within it. The orb has 7 charges and regains 1d4 plus 3 expended charges daily at dawn. You can use an action to expend 1 or more charges to cast one of the following spells. DC 18, Cure Wounds 5th level version, 3 charges, Daylight 1 charge, Death Ward 2 charges, or Scrying 3 charges.
Okay,
Additionally,
well, that's amazing.
you can also use an action to cast Detect Magic from the orb without using any charges. That is one of the 2 things that you get. The other thing is Call Dragons. While you control the orb, you can use an action to cause the artifact to issue a telepathic call that extends in all directions for 40 miles. Evil dragons in range feel compelled to come to the orb as soon as possible.
Her. Friends, I think I have a solution to our problem. It seems that we can call our enemies to us. I don't think we do that now. I think we do
Yeah.
that later.
My dick is not in the
You
best
guys hear
shape
me?
to be calling the enemies towards us.
I can hear you. I'm going to keep this on my person for now.
Wait, I need to also look at
Mhm.
it identified as.
Do you think whoever went through here used it? And that's why
Uh,
the carnage is so bad.
I wouldn't know. It was discarded and left at the bottom of the lake. Although there is something strange. Something that I do know is that this thing is evil. In fact, it tries to take control of the wielder. So I'm definitely
What
not
the
attuned to
fuck?
this, and I never will. This is an evil, evil orb. So I'm only ever going to attune to this probably once when we want to call our enemies. That's about it. I don't even know if I should be the one who does it, but I'm definitely the one holding on to it.
Wonder why the fuck it was at the bottom of the.
Can ya roll me
What?
perception?
Oh boy! My favorite. Fucking. Why is it bringing me to Character Mancer? I'm gonna cry.
Izzy, it's okay, I got it.
Thank you.
Even though you were quite far underground, you swear you heard the flapping of wings above ground.
Guys, I think something's flying, like, outside.
This is why we leave. We go now. Away, friends, away. Gray's going to take down, like, just down the hallway. He's going to run to that entrance. I am fucking fleeing. Flee.
Which entrance are you headed out?
Secret entrance for Hakti.
I For how much do you bet someone fucking used it, threw it down there, and then just like waited for like a dragon to come and like fucking eat us? Like an absolute asshole.
That'd be kind of funny. Bad guys have an evil dragon on their side, though. I think from what we know.
Wait, let me refresh my page. I can't click my token.
No, it's okay. I think we're just descending down the entrance, chat.
Yep.
Wherever that leads us.
There we go. Okay.
Give me a second. It's not fucking loading.
I could attempt to scry on DX, by the way, Genya. If you wanted to confirm if he was dead or not, I could do that for you. At some other point when we are safe.
Alright. Thank you.
Okay, give me a sec, sorry. Technical difficulties. I mean, what do you mean, everything's going great. No one's died. Oh, rip. Maybe some.
Probably
Maybe.
Dia.
Uh,
oh. Uh, there's fog outside.
casually mentioning that.
June's gonna fucking get me.
Let me point where you exit. The path leads you up stone stairways that lead straight to the surface, and you emerge from the other side by pushing to a giant boulder out of the way.
Why is there a boulder?
I assume Red does that.
Yes.
Red, you have very strong arms.
Yeah, she just pushed to the side.
Are we gonna get its attention? Oh no.
Don't worry, friend. I'm not using the orb now.
But one's probably still here.
That is why we run.
Upon getting, are you guys gonna just start running? I'm assuming start running. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, like, hold on. Do you want me to make a general survival check? Just so what a real survival, just see how we can fucking stealth around this fucking dragon. Get the fuck out of here without being seen. Is
Yeah.
that stealth? Is that survival for the group?
I can give
I'm
you.
no pathfinder.
I could give you give me an intelligence check. I could give you a hint of what you could do.
Okay.
Might
I'll
help
make you
since
an
you're a
intelligence check.
brainy boy
23 with my big gigantic brain.
that you don't actually have.
Oh boy.
Nope, it's gone. It was eaten by the seagulls.
If it is a dragon, the problem of the matter is, someone might have used the orb to bring it here, and you have it on you.
I fucking knew.
Escaping from here is going to be kind of difficult, huh?
Essentially, you being a wizard and smart brainy boy, you have literally a tracking device on you.
It only pings them once, though, doesn't it? Or it's like, come over to this area within 40 yards. Then we've moved it at this point. Is it like constantly sending them signals? Is someone constantly doing that?
It does not specify. Do not believe it specifies.
It doesn't, but I figured it was only once. If it was just forever, I would have never picked it up. Oh, okay. Use an action. Yeah, calls everything within 40 miles. It's the most direct route that you are. Then you can't use this again for an hour. Yeah, I would assume it's just like pings out a location.
Filling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Never
So
mind.
they definitely know we're here, though. Still, they're still looking in that general area. They probably are aware it's underground. They might just be lingering near the temple area. Or the most direct route actually would be near our little escape path, so they might be looking near this area more intently. Unless like it depends on how big the route underneath the ground was. It could have been very long, in which case this is pretty safe.
It was decently long.
Yeah, so probably okay, but they still have like the vision of like birds times a billion. I think, do we just make a stealth check, Jet? Do you want all of us collectively to try to do a stealth check to get out of the situation?
Sure. Yes.
Stealth
Okay.
time.
Hunted down from a dragon in the sky. We roll a stealth check. Oh, fuck. Well, that's really unfortunate. I don't know how you want to do this. If you want to do it like a 3 strikes you're out thing, and that counts as 2, or something. This is kind of on you, my friend.
I don't know.
You could use inspirations if you have.
I have
enough.
now.
I thought I gave some people inspiration last time. I
I
guess
think you did. I don't think I was the one you gave inspiration to.
I could say it's been long.
If you wanted to
I
offer us a
Still can't
reroll.
see my character sheet.
Well, there is someone that could solve this problem quite easily.
I wouldn't know who it is. I don't think it's me.
It's probably Kuro.
I'm gonna die.
You could definitely solve
I
this
woke
problem
up.
quite easily.
Limping.
Uh-huh.
Take out my
Oh, there's
dick.
a dragon
You
outside.
want me to fuck it?
I have no idea what you're going on about. We're going to be killed unless you do something.
Alright, calm the fuck down.
You want me to fuck it?
This
They
is the
call me
calmest
Sir
he
Dick.
gets.
Sir Dick's enemies. I'm the paladin of the dick god. Alright.
Can we just sacrifice him
Not
to the
true.
dragon?
Epialis is in pain.
Oh, fuck. Wait a second. Ugh. Fuck, dust just got on my nose. Ugh.
Oh no.
Got very
Angel dust. Cocaine.
Tenzin, we're forced to listen to this. Look at your fucking character sheet. I'm going to eat you.
I'm trying to.
I'm going to
Holy
eat you.
shit.
Read. It might be your channel divinity.
Channel divinity? Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
mean,
thinking.
everyone else besides like Gray has seen it before technically. He had the capabilities of making peeps go in
Yeah.
invis.
You want me to fucking stab that thing? Take out my
No.
my shadow
No.
blade up in this bitch.
No, we don't want to fight the dragon. Oh,
Okay, I'm
We
gonna use
wanna-
my
wanna-
what's it called?
He's fucking God.
channel
Wait,
divinity.
which one was it? Oh, I'm gonna use my armor's active, my zealot's prayer.
Oh,
That's the wrong one.
That's the
Okay.
wrong one. Oh shit.
no, that's fine if you want to use that. That's alright.
What's he?
Uh,
Oh, both of
okay.
them work technically.
so a 300-foot radius. Undead.
I don't have any more
Undead
spells.
fucking dragon. Ah!
We've been fucking farting around for so long. I don't have any spell slots left.
Oh, I can use my last spell slot. You said I only have one
You-
more left, right?
Your channel divinity. What is your channel divinity?
I only have 2 channel divinities.
What are they doing?
It's Shadowblade and Nightcloak. They don't do anything.
Probably the night cloak. Ping the night cloak. What does it do?
Oh fuck, I clicked it twice. It becomes stealth. Just can't speak or anything.
Oh, it's just you though. That's just
Yeah.
you.
Then what did he pray last time? Like, what happened? I wish I had better memory.
Oh wait, when did this?
You know what? Red.
Oh, fuck this. We are.
Yeah, none of the
failing.
spells that are readied right now
Is
We're
it
not-
nighttime?
are
There's no
actually
way
of
we
use in the
escape this.
situation.
I
I
think we're
don't have
fucked.
Actually,
anything.
the fog covers
fucked.
enough of the sky where you actually can't see. So yeah, it's dim light.
Oh man.
Okay.
Well,
We're so completely fucked.
We're fucked.
is there a roar of a dragon anywhere or anything like that, or no? Like, can we get a general gist of where its direction might be, or no?
You
It's
can
near the
hear
sea.
flapping of wings.
Do we have a
Flapping of the
feeling that it
wings.
might have an idea where we are?
No. It
It
is
has an
certainly.
idea of a general area, I think, because the fucking orb. It doesn't know we're here, like here, but it knows that there's something underneath the ground where I had taken the orb that it's looking for.
And there is no roaring, no nothing, just the flapping of wings.
Well, we'll keep moving until we gotta run. Until then, we'll sneak.
I'm gonna use Nightcloak on myself and follow you guys around.
Alright.
If anything happens, I will try my best to help.
And the dragon wants the orb.
Yep.
And it knows
Yeah.
where the orb is at all times, or it just knows it's
Only when they use it.
only when they use it. Okay.
They're not using it now. I
It
have.
is likely that it was used
You have anything that looks like
before
the
we
orb?
got here.
I have my own spell focus, but I'm not leaving that behind.
I'm not asking you to leave the spell. I need a big orb. Like, is there any rocks around here that might be the size of that orb?
Are there any orb-shaped rocks?
Yeah.
Those
To be-
rocks. I'm gonna pick up a rock.
To be fair, hold on, let me show you what you're going to need to make it look like.
It's
It-
pretty ornate.
This orb is quite fancy.
There
you could
I'm
find
not
a rock-
asking for a one-for-one replica. I'm asking for something that might.
I
look like it
hand
from
him
distance.
a rock.
All right.
It's a big rock.
Oh, fuck it.
What are you gonna do with it?
I'm not gonna do a fucking damn thing. I can't run around with a rock this fucking size. Just a thought.
Oh,
Fucking
okay.
huge.
Huge rock.
We're gonna keep sneaking until we hopefully get out of this fucking fog, and if we can't, we'll find out a plan when we get to that point, right?
You're
Yes.
as you guys are walking, for some time you guys are hidden. Luckily, the fog does obscure vision. So, if it is following you, it'll have a little bit of a harder time trying to pinpoint you, as long as you keep stealthy. At one
Okay.
point, however, you could start to hear hooves
Oh no.
and wheels turning.
No. Oh no. Oh. Oh fuck no.
I'm sorry, what did you say? You start to hear wheels turning?
You can hear wheels,
wagon.
wooden
Like a
wheels,
wagon.
and hooves.
Okay.
Who the fuck is driving a carriage in the middle of the goddamn forest?
Probably nobody that's our friend.
Do you go towards it, or do you just stand there?
You said it's
Okay.
moving, right?
Yeah.
Is it moving towards us or away from us?
It's not really moving towards you. So
Oh,
it's
just in the
close.
area.
Yeah.
Anyone got any ideas? I don't have any more. Like I have things I could possibly do if I had spell slots, but I don't have anything else.
What are you talking about?
Mm,
I can give you this turtle leg before I fade away into the darkness.
I was talking out of character, Mrs. Kenny. Like I have nothing I can really offer you guys. At this current moment, I am completely expended. I am just a guy with 15 health right now.
We don't
He's
need
a-
the spell slots. We need,
Uh,
to do you want to walk towards this caravan or do you want to fucking ignore this shit? That's
I don't
I
know.
like I don't know how well lay on hands will even do at this point.
I'm
Forget
fine.
abilities and features. Forget what you can do. Should we approach this caravan? Yes or no?
Uh,
How close is this
I
from
guess-
the site of like all of the fucking
If-
dead people?
if
Like everything
anything-
we had just gone through. Like how close is
It-
this?
It is going away.
No, like I mean,
Oh
like
no,
how?
you are quite a bit away.
Okay, so at this
The
point we would have
caravan?
walked a little while. You know what? Yeah, sure. Maybe this will be a blessing. Maybe
So,
this will be good.
Start floating with their cloak of the bat, and then just kind of zip through the fucking woods at 50-foot fly speed and try to catch up to the fucking caravan.
God damn.
Alright.
You're gonna kill whoever's in there with a heart attack.
shit. Alright. This is
Is
in
that a big
character.
bird? Oh god, it's not a big bird.
That's a man.
It's a
Flying
bird,
man.
it's a plane. So Strix is
Fucking
going.
Batman.
Strix is the one chasing it right now. Everyone is what?
I was gonna like let's go volunteer to chase it and check it out. I can use my last spell slot as for Nightclub to like actually get over there.
Are they heading back in the direction we came?
No.
Oh, no, they're heading away from it. I guess then.
Red is gonna just stick next again, yeah.
Jesus. How...
I'm
What if
going
it's
to-
the
I'm going
person that
to-
used the fucking orb?
I'm going to jog towards Strix as he flies away.
Just like fucking sprinting.
I'm just jogging. I'm
Yeah.
tired. I'm a lanky lizard man.
So do I catch up with the caravan?
Give me a second.
Sounds good.
The grid is
I
on.
mean, I guess we're going.
So Strix will go first, and whoever can keep up. Well, Strix is fast as fuck, so.
Yeah. I don't mind taking like an exhaustion level just to like sprint
Oh, you're good.
against it.
Well, the thing is, he has a flying speed.
Oh fuck.
We're both just jauntily chasing after him. We are
Everyone-
nothing.
I can fly just 20 feet behind.
Yeah.
No, I'm like completely invisible, but like I'm just like struggling.
Struggling to keep up
Oh,
with
well,
flying guys. We
yeah.
chase the
Cor-
carriage.
Korath
The
can
carriage
also
just sees
fly.
a dead person, like a fucking
can
skeleton,
fly?
chasing them with a fucking man flying behind them. And I'm like,
mean-
wait!
Korath is gonna ignite and fly.
Wait, I can fucking fly?
No, Korath, not Koro.
Rith. Oh, I was about to say, I'm like, how the fuck can I fly?
The Dragonborn.
Oh.
The
So you,
Dragonborn that's
so
like
you three
power of the sun.
get there. It's still, you guys catch up to it, but it's still moving.
As we're like approaching it and I see it in the distance, I'm going to use my Cloak of the Bat's second part. And as long as I'm in dim light or darkness, I could use an action to polymorph myself into a bat. So I turn
Oh my
myself into a
God.
bat.
It's a bat.
little bat.
Strix is flying through, and I'm going to look for any cracks or crevices to slip into this caravan.
There's one. The window seems to be open enough for you to kind of squeeze.
That's exactly what I want to do. I want to go inside the caravan.
Okay, you squeeze in.
I want to kind of like look around a little bit. Who's there? What's the situation looking like?
While you're looking around, there seems to be multiple beds, about 3. A lantern is lit. There are a bunch of cabinets, a table by the window, by the window that you managed to like go in. So like you're right. Hold on, give me a
Any
second.
people inside at the moment?
You're
There's
here.
3. Okay.
There is one person in there. And she's quite familiar to you.
Is it fucking Uma?
It's
I'm gonna kill her.
It is Uma! I fucking knew it!
Oh my god!
She's just there writing on a notepad as you enter as a pet.
Seeing it's Uma, Strix will like pop in and then flutter down and land on a seat and then polymorph back to themselves. Hey, what's up?
Still there?
You just hear in the distance, "Stop the car, please!"
Oh man.
You brought friends, I'm assuming.
You'd know.
She snaps her fingers and the carriage stops. Freaking Korth, not expecting it to freaking stop, zooms right past it.
No.
Could I just like jog into it? Like
Yeah,
just
go
keep
ahead.
jogging forward. Like I was
Yeah.
looking down the entire time, running as fast as I humanly could, and I just smash into it and like just scatter to the ground.
Oh my god. I've got to put them back together.
I assume that me meeting up with this lot was part of your big old elaborate plan.
Not my plan. Just a coincidence, and I just took advantage. Apologies for the rude way I did it, but not much time left, at least.
Fair enough, I guess. What's this part of the plan? What are you doing here?
Running?
From big boy above?
Not that one, no.
else? Oh, what are you running from?
How do I say this without being
Oh,
rude?
no.
Your people?
Understood, Captain.
And when I mean by your people, I mean
No, I gotcha. Not my people, like
Yes,
not my, but
yeah.
like, you know.
Genya's people, who I believe is currently helping their friend out outside. Did Red just waltz in?
Just climbs in through the window, lays in the
Did you-
bed.
Not even flies in. Did you just like burst
Really
through the
fucking
freaking
tired.
I was
caravan?
gonna mention that, like, cause you said the window's open, right?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh
He's
shit, I'm
climbing
sorry.
Genya, and she's gonna lift up Genya and she's gonna toss him through.
Wait, do I get tossed through that as well? Because it's being put back together.
Your head gets thrown in there while your body is like on
My
the
body
floor.
body's going to headlessly wander over to the window and just like kind of
Yeah.
climb in after me.
Seeing that they're all piling in, which bed looks like it's the currently most used? Like, which one does it look like she sleeps in?
The one farthest away from the two beds.
I want to lay in that one. I want my body to pick up my head. I walk over to that when I lay in it.
I was
Drixel
gonna
nods,
mention
go
that,
over
like,
to the bed with the red sheets and start undoing their like armor and stuff like that, and like get ready to go to bed.
Oh my god.
I live here now.
It's nice to see you too, Gray. Great.
What the
As
fuck
you
is
go,
going
as you go
on?
on top of her bed, make me an investigation, a perception check by the
Yes.
by the table next to her.
Because I'm incredibly creepy. I forgot.
You see, there's no way, even with a nat fail, that you would miss this. It's your book.
You read my book. You read my book. What page are you on? I'm gonna immediately examine what page she is on. Out of
Oh
this,
my
like,
God.
it's 10,000 pages long. I imagine. I haven't made multiple books, so it's all just in one book.
She's at 900.
Nice.
I'm going to sleep.
Lightweight.
Wake me up if the big fat and lizard finds us and wants to fight us. Good
I
night.
mean, to be fair, probably make a lot of noise.
We should be
Roma.
fine as long as you.
I have an incredibly powerful evil artifact.
Gray,
Yep.
I'm aware.
Uh-huh.
Just don't attune to it. Okay?
I am not that dumb.
Thank
I
you.
don't want to find out what kind of horrific shit this is going to turn me into.
Hmm.
Additionally, you guys do see your action figures on the farthest cabinet.
You still have these?
Yeah, why not? collector's edition.
It is updated, Sonny.
just-
There's like a billion editions.
I'm just surprised you have like everybody.
What's probably more creepier is that it's everyone in their current forms. Like this is updated to the T.
Yeah.
Wait, who's that guy? The one with the really long hair and the sword and the spell book? And also an orb? He looks really cool. What's his name?
Get your mother.
His name is Ash.
I want to talk to him.
Oma looks at Genya.
About that.
Kenny, I need to talk to him.
I mean, I guess I could send a message. Like,
No, I want to send the message. Give me the stone.
I mean, the one who's receiving it is Willow, but I guess
I care not. She will hand the stone to him. I must speak to this man.
Hey, Jet, is there like a little Deox?
No.
No?
Sad.
Oh.
Genya, other friends, I want you to know, I am sorry.
Why?
Because everything you had seen is horrific. I am sorry.
I mean, at this point, it's kind of normal.
I mean, yeah, it's normal for me too, but I'm still sorry.
I just... I'm tired of everything.
For now, just rest your eyes. It's better that we talk about this in the morning.
I'm
can
already
try.
in my pajamas.
Need to rest more than just my eyes.
Guinea looks over.
Do I need to kill this one?
Yes,
No.
Hey. I
sacrifice.
have gone
Y-
through
no.
some traumatic experiences.
He's just like that.
Okay.
The followers of Epielus are always so weird.
He killed him. He killed a thing with his willy.
I
He
didn't need
smacked-
to know that.
Oh,
Honestly, I'm surprised you already didn't know that.
Uma, I don't actually need this bed. I just went over here to irritate you. Did you want this bed?
It is my bed, Gray.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to climb inside your nightstand and sleep there instead. Good night. I just like take myself apart and put myself in the cabinet. I'm going to bed.
Is that comfortable?
Yeah.
I'll sleep on the table.
I'm sleeping inside.
You kind of,
Uma's nightstand.
as you get on the table and just kind of start laying there, you knock over her quill and ink, and you are now
Oh,
sleeping
shit.
on top of the piece of paper that she was writing on. The ink now is all over the table and spilling over the side, and she's going to look at you,
I'm knocked out.
really annoyed.
He's like
Oh,
pretending
God.
to sleep. He's like making the. He's like. It'd be awkward to acknowledge it at this point.
She's gonna start slowly pushing Koro out of the window.
Hey! Just heard a loud as fucking thud.
Hey, please don't do that.
You could always
We've
chop him
already
up and put him in
potentially
your
lost a
nightstand.
party member. No.
I'm gonna
Oh, he
try to
doesn't throw
climb
fire?
back in. Eh.
Clean up your mess.
Ah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Worry not, friend. I have a way to clean up any mess without leaving stains. I'm going to cast Prestidigitation. Now go to bed.
Thank you.
I am sleeping in your
I
nightstand.
go back to
don't worry.
snoring.
Hey, is the wagon on the map?
Hmm?
Do we have a place in the world map?
Or yeah, it is. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm lagging behind.
No, it's okay. So I'm ready to long rest. If everyone else is.
Rest your eyes.
Shit.
Yeah, you can long rest.
Before I go to bed, there is something I want to do.
Sure.
I want to. Yeah, I think this is where I put it. All right, that's it.
Did you get that is? Oh,
Is he?
it's dead.
Yeah, is he muted? He said, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm gonna lose my mind. Connection issues are awful.
While this is all happening, Vice,
Yes.
you could feel your chains grinding upon your bone.
Red kind of looks up and she was like, she climbed in through the window when she found herself just immediately like on the bed. Like, she kind of just like, all the exhaustion of the day hit her. So she was like resting down, but that kind of alerts her. Why is that? Is it something I felt before or is it new?
It is something that you felt before. It's more so as this was sort of happening when you looked at the corpses that were being hung by chains.
Can you say that last bit again? Sorry.
When Red saw the corpses hung by chains, that flashing memory in your head grinds the chains within your bones.
Is this like an inherent reaction to, or literally, I'm not. I'm guessing it means something. So I'd like to kind of think back and ponder its meaning. I'm not 100% sure how I'd go about doing it though, other than just kind of just staring upwards and just thinking and feeling like, what was that? Some kind of what was it? Like some kind of calling card or calling sign for something. Like, what kind of being leaves its dead and that sort of thing. What first comes to mind is like a chain devil, but I imagine it's a lot worse than that.
You're on the right path.
Would this take like an Arcana check for me or history or something? If at all.
History with advantage.
Oh shit. Neat. Okay.
As your mind begins to think on the methods used to torture those poor lizard men, you begin to remember that you've seen that method done before. Back at home.
Such a method. Was it me?
Yeah.
She kind of begins a cold sweat. Like just sitting up and having 1,000-yard stare on her eyes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Izzy.
Oh, thank God I can speak.
You're calling us from the Izzy phone.
Easy for now, just don't use it. Good enough. I'll handle the role.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Like, Yin is still awake. He's having, like, trouble sleeping and shit. Because, one, he wanted to talk to Red, but two, just everything that fucking happened. So he just kind of, like, murmurs really quietly. Have a nightmare.
Red kind of looks over. Just the closest thing you can pin it on is terror on her face, and she nods.
He kind of, like, shifts over, like, closer to her. What is it?
The way those lizard men were strung up. I remember that.
You remember?
A long time ago, when I was first chained down, I had gone. I had slaughtered many people, and I had wrung them up in the exact same way to die. I've never seen
Wait.
anything like it before, and it almost feels that my past has come to haunt me once more.
Like, um, I've got a question.
She doesn't say anything, but she's like staring expectantly at him.
At the time, were you imprisoned by the veil?
No,
This was before that?
This was somewhere else. Where I used to live. At my home.
In the mountains?
Yes.
Did other people torture like this?
No. She looks like hesitant. Like there's clearly a lot more to like this whole thing, but she's not elaborating. Holding her tongue in a
Yeah.
literal sense. What?
We both know there's strange stuff at work here. There's strange stuff potentially connected to people. Unfortunately, us. If there's anything we can figure about what happened there, we need to know so it doesn't happen again. So it doesn't spread beyond this island.
Something that like Red kind of like thinks for a moment, and then she says that like, so this doesn't happen again. She kind of thinks back, like some more color drains from her face. Again. Wait. When this happened before. Strix mentioned it 100 years ago, right?
I think so. Yes. Seems a lot of people talk about 100 years ago. There was a war, right?
I want to try and roll a history check to determine if like my own memory lines up with that like time span. Because what's going on in her mind is that she thinks that was referring to her own past. Mr. Jet. Psst. Mr. Jet.
Sorry.
Jet-san.
Jet
I am
Sama.
here. Oh, hello, hello. You hear me?
Oh, I mentioned that like I wanted to make a history check because like what Strix mentioned about the same kind of massacre being performed 100 years ago, if it lines up with what she thinks she remembers of like her own timeline, like when she committed that massacre in her past.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Different timelines.
But the MO still matches, right?
Oh yeah.
Different times, but similar methods.
Wait. You don't think this has a pattern? That it's an
Might.
event that happens?
Might. My rage was taken advantage of, and I was whisked away by someone else. Something similar could have happened here. Something that led someone just like me to go berserk. to indiscriminately kill all who stood around them.
Wait. I we saw where Deox was apparently dragged away into the water, right?
Yes.
And the only one that we didn't see there was Hakti.
Yes.
You don't think he has the physical strength enough to?
No. But he was desperate.
He was cursed. The paw is missing, and he is nowhere to be found. Oh
His
God.
his sins may have caught up with him, but I think it's clear. The marks that were present everywhere, like the deep claw marks, I don't know if it's too far back to remember, but would they match that of like just a very big lizard man? Because I imagine I've seen their claws like 1,000 times.
Yep.
You saw Deox claw things. He did it quite often. And he bite them too.
Yeah, so it's like if I can piece like the puzzles together, because we did examine that one corpse. It's like, would this look like just like a fucking lizard folk, but just very, very big would have done that?
There is something. I'm not unconscious when I sleep. I'm actually actively just listening while I'm in the dresser to you guys' conversation, unless you're using message. So I could feasibly also roll investigation because I'm kind of curious myself.
Okay, yeah, it is kind of out loud, because, like, I don't know, I think he just...
Give it to Red. Give it to say Red's name, and then I want to pop out of the dresser and say something.
Red.
Yes.
What would Red's take on the situation be with 15 jet?
He's nuts. She's taking these nuts.
Elaborate.
Oh, so like, I rolled kind of investigation to kind of see it, like to kind of like get some confirmation out, like all the marks and the bodies and the walls and everywhere. Like, if say Hakti hulked out, kind of like how she did, and just got somehow like fucking like an impossible strength. Could he have? Would him tearing up and clawing everything? Would that match up with that?
Yes.
Okay. I want to approach it from the opposite kind of thought process because Deox's weapon was bloody, but there was no fight, which is very weird. So I want to think about that with my 18. So what would happen if it was if like the reverse was there? Like, is that also a possibility?
Yes.
So Red, mention your thing. You mentioned that, right? Red.
She looks at Genya and just, if Hakti gave in to the same demon that I did at the time, then he too could have committed such a large massacre. His claws and teeth, made larger, would match with the marks we found across the temple.
As you guys are resting in your bed, probably right next to each other, you suddenly feel like this presence just like right next to you. Like you see like vaguely in the shadows, just like this figure forming. And then you see Gray standing there, he's like, oh hi! You guys are still awake, I heard you talking. So I actually think it corroborates the opposite.
What do you mean?
I think it could have been Deox who was cursed and attacked everyone. I think that actually makes the most sense, as the sending didn't work, and so it all kind of falls into that. At least I think, with other evidence that we've gathered. I think
Whoever
either
it
are possible,
was
so both are suspects.
was the creature in the water.
And that means that one of them is dead, and we don't know who it was. Hakti could be dead, or Deox could be dead.
It's
Either one killed the other, and there wasn't much of a fight.
he just kind of covers his mouth and can't really look up anymore. He's looking down at the ground.
Hakti wouldn't. I don't think Hakti would fight one of his own. He was very protective of his people, and I assume the
He
same for
was.
Deox. At least when it comes to Hakti, perhaps, because he seemed to be very, very involved in his security and safety, from what I was able to gather.
I just realized something.
And we found his weapon. There was blood on it, and there was no
Yes,
fight.
and the trail, no fight.
So we
What is-
have one or two options. Either the blood was from earlier, or the blood was actually quite fresh. We didn't actually take a look at it. And it was Hakti's blood.
Either
Or
way,
Hakti had somehow killed Deox. Yeah, just one of them though.
they were so close to each other. That was their entire family.
I think we can also safely say whichever one of them was cursed in the first place, or dominated, whatever we want to call it, was the one that killed everyone in that place. Either Hakti or Deox, and there was a betrayal from the inside. They were already in there, and they were already planting things.
I think I'm biased. So I don't know if what I say is but what could have Oh my god. The
Like,
goat.
where else?
The
where else
fucking
did you go?
goat.
Who else did you talk to?
The fucking goat. If
What?
Deox was cursed, it was because of the thing in the dream realm. It knocked us down and started pulling things from us. It was what made Hakti and Nessa fall prone in the first place and be unresponsive because they were seizing.
Hey, Jet.
Yes.
The dragon in the fucking portal.
Could I roll Arcana on that? See if I'm any kind of vaguely familiar with what they're talking about without actually being exposed to it.
Sure.
22.
Like something,
Probably an aberration.
something similar happened to Strix. Like, not all the way, of course, but we got corrupted in a sense.
Mm.
And it made an, concentrated exposure to it.
I mean, you're cursed too, then.
Aggressive. That's what I'm...
No, I'm like following your logic. You also would have been cursed if that was it.
Yeah. Something I can't... It's uncannily familiar. I don't... There's a connection there and I can't fucking see it. and it's killed one of our friends. An entire tribe of people.
I'm gonna go back to bed now. I'm sorry. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to help you out.
Sleep well, Gray.
I can.
Well, whatever you do, I guess.
Stare at a wall.
All right. So Red and Genya you could do your thing with Red if you want. Still is.
He was the only one I told it to. I wanted to tell you too, but you were drunk,
Tell me
and
what.
everyone was busy. He kinda just slowly looks up. When you accepted that nightmare and became what you did in the dream realm, you know how the gate wouldn't open.
Yes.
I opened it by making a deal.
What was the deal?
Well, upon pulling the sword from my stomach and putting it in, I saw a familiar face. One that I saw when I died. A gatekeeper, in a sense. He said he could open it for me. Or
He did.
we could.
Right.
Yes, but I had to give something in return. And in the moment, it was fine because everybody else would live was fine.
You give.
The only thing I could. My time. I had nothing. Nothing that he wanted. Except for my time. And when we opened it and there was nothing there except for that stupid egg and that stupid goat that wrecked up everything. I feel like I just released a monster. And that was all it was for. And I was so frustrated over it. I told the Alex that I didn't want him sacrificing his life to go out and find it. After I told him that, I said it might as well have been the same thing. And now, it's just another person that's fucking dead, and it's
Red looks devastated. Utter devastation across her face as she stares at Kenya. I don't understand. Why? You couldn't have known, but why go through with it? I would have protected you all. That is why I gave my own
No.
self up.
As much as we wanted it, that's not what happened. The state we're in. If I didn't open that nightmare demon, whatever it did, if I didn't open that, we would be dead anyway. It was you, but it wasn't you. I thought I lost you.
No. You've lost who knows how much of your lifespan. I feel sad. It hurts. It hurts.
I'm so.
Paul, we've both made sacrifices that have hurt others. Don't apologize. I understand more than anyone what it means to give something so precious up in the heat of the moment that called it.
It keeps happening. At the start of my adventure, I did it. In the middle of it, I did it. How many times am I going to do this? And how many times are people just gonna die anyway? Why can't I save anybody?
You saved me at the end of the day. You and my child are the only reasons I was able to claw my way back from the sixth circle of hell. You saved me. And I'll give myself up sooner than let anything else come for you. Don't worry.
I'm not worried about myself. I mean, I guess in some aspect, yes, but I just wondering how many more are going to vanish.
I don't know. It feels almost hopeless.
There's gotta be something.
It's only hopeless if you don't go the fuck to sleep.
Bruh.
just joking.
Just gonna talk about something else as well, but it feels petty at this point. So I think I'm going to sleep. Or something. Might stare at the wall like great eyes.
Alright.
Y'all are going to sleep?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we have Yoda.
Yoda.
Oh. Like, oh.
A little bitch, this one is.
I'm trying to remember something.
Izzy, change your spell slots for the.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry.
This like a lesson.
Kinda thought. Give me a second. I might not change it because I just don't know what the fuck's on there.
God, damn, magic chompers.
Like, yeah, that's feature things though.
Oh, that's feature.
Yeah, the selected things are featured
And not
things.
the non-select is like, oh, your
Feature and subclass things. Yeah. And
Okay.
unselected is just,
your bread and butter.
yeah.
Ah, so that's how you learn. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Dude, I play wizard. I just have everything, and that's highlight.
You're so.
It's fine.
Jet.
Mm.
Just so you are aware, I'm not attuning to that, or even though
I'm
we're
a-
long resting, I'm letting you know. No, I'm not attuning to that. Thing.
Yes, I am aware. You would have told me if you were.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Ba, 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 ba.
Morning, friends. Just so everyone is aware, I have put the Orb of Dragonkind inside of a bag.
Fall
Do
off the
not
fucking
open.
tables.
Do not try to open my backpack and then open the bag. Bad things will happen if you do. Very, very absurdly bad things. Please do not open the bag.
Okay.
More than
Sounds like
what's
a good
already
time.
happening.
Huh?
More
Sounds
than
like a
what's
good
already
time,
happening, yeah.
I mean, it'll explode, is what I'm trying to say. It'll make a really loud noise and explode.
Alright.
Well, good
Oh,
morning
my
to
back.
everyone.
Good morning.
Care for breakfast?
I cannot eat.
Rick's
I'm
like
aware.
digs through there, like a vial of blood, and just goes, "Yeah, me neither," and just kind of drinks it.
We both share in our inability to eat.
Not that I can't, I
Just take
don't
my
need
weapons
to,
off
you
the
know.
table.
Wait, you a fucker. You can still taste things? Give me your tongue. Let me fucking borrow it.
No, don't get to.
Nah, I promise you don't. I get the shits real bad.
I don't want your fucking stomach. I want your tongue. I want to be able to taste things again. I can't fucking feel anything. I'm made of bones.
Is there a feasible way for me to let you borrow my tongue while taste buds
No.
intact? Then
No.
my condolences. I'm sorry for you lashing out at the world.
Aw. Aw.
Uh, this is an interesting morning.
I hope you're all feeling better after yesterday. I apologize for my agitation in the cave. I apologize if I seemed like I was pushing everyone forward. I just didn't want us all to be in danger.
You're good.
Honestly,
I will
I
try to be
kind of
less
think
push.
either way it goes, we would have been in danger.
Also,
But
for everyone who wasn't awake last night hearing things, we have confirmed either Diox or Hakti was the one that killed everyone down there.
That would make sense. My money is on Hawkty.
I'd place my money on Diox because
Really.
his weapon was bloody, but there wasn't a fight. So that's why I'm placing my thing, 'cause that's weird.
But Hawkty cohorted with demons and held a Rakshas's claw and was slowly becoming corrupted by said Rakshas's claw.
That's
You know, like
very
they,
fair in terms of perspective.
they could
I've-
it can go either way, but my money is on Hawkty.
The sending stone didn't work though for Diox, and while death is a thing, mind control is also a thing, and we haven't tried it for Hakti, at least in that moment.
don't know.
So
Me and Diox were solid. I don't think he'd do something like that, but
not in the right mind.
Yeah.
If someone was
I've-
dominating his will, then he might.
and who would it be that would be dominating it?
The necromancer who we are chasing.
Red, you were saying something.
Seen
What?
that massacre before.
Oh,
It was committed by some. And I've been in that place before.
What happened?
I believe it was Hakti.
so we have two people suspect. I mean, like, regardless of who it was one of them. I think though, definitively, all that stuff was placed there in preparation, and I believe Hakti was given false information about what his scouts were telling him. So clearly, there was there was an agent within who was meddling with things.
Does that make you feel less bad about going to the cave first, stocking up on some fresh bodies?
No, I still feel like if we had stayed, perhaps we could have made more of a difference. At the same time, I still feel slightly responsible, but it's okay. I'll get over it.
Uma
Maybe
will,
Our lives.
There was a
I could
dragon.
have.
Maybe.
Uma will ask, what do you mean by slaughter? Can you describe what happened to me?
Just a bunch of people strung up by chains, ripped in half, and yeah,
It was like a ritual.
they were splayed out just everywhere, all their organs and stuff hanging out of their body.
Hmm. In red, oh, just confirming, because it cut off a little bit when you said advice. Did Red mention that you've done that before or no?
I think they said
No.
someone.
Okay.
Yeah, she was vague.
Someone.
She didn't mention herself. Yeah.
All right.
Uma, we are both old.
She sighs at that.
But you are slightly older.
She sighs even more.
Knowing, and also you have a functional brain inside your head still, and are not corrupted by death magic. You're not a skeleton person.
Yes. Yeah?
Anything like that ever happened within like the last whatever, how long this realm has time? I know it's weird. I know time is weird here. Red had asked me that question. I think Red or someone else had asked me that question. I think something about Golden Sea, Golden City, something like that. There's been like 18 of them, and it all just kind of blends together.
How large of a scale did you see it within that temple?
6 bodies, something like that.
Every last person,
Every
regardless
person
of their role.
Every person was dead, but there
Innocence.
were 6 hung up, I think.
I think they're referring to what they had witnessed before. I think you're both talking about different accounts.
Understood. My bad.
Red speaks of what they had seen in the past a long time ago. You speak of what we had seen just a day ago.
So 6 bodies within the temple. And what do you mean by everyone? Red. I know it probably is hard, but what do you mean by everyone?
Everyone. They were all killed. Men, women, children, regardless of their position within their tribe. I'm speaking of both. They match perfectly.
I only know of one instance, well, a larger instance that happened.
Does the Golden City that I mentioned ring any other bells?
Yeah,
Or
it
see?
was given the name the Golden Duchy.
Golden Duchy? Is that a ship?
No. A duchy is the land that a duke has control of.
Oh.
The Golden Duchy was ruled by a man, or men, two to be exact.
Oh?
That were obsessed with gold. So much so, they made their entire city that they controlled out of the material.
That sounds awful.
Sounds like a scavenger's paradise.
Exactly.
Imagine what would happen if you were to fall and you just dent everything. Everything would be dented.
But when the scavengers got there the first time, they found the people hung by chains around their necks.
Oh, so like all of them. Like, was there any survivors other than the scavengers that went to the city to go, like, do...
Only the scavengers.
Did people
And-
not hear from the city for a while? Is that why scavengers kind of were attracted to the area after all of the people, I assume, had stopped talking? And people stopped coming from that place.
How do I say this? The scavengers were there based on rumors. They didn't know exactly whether or not the duchy actually existed, because when the duchy
okay.
was active,
Like a hidden city.
it was during the time when the kingdoms were still young.
I think I understand. Do you mean before a time where there was really any kind of outside communication?
Somewhat like that.
Do you think that going there is a beginning?
Say that again?
Do you think that the duchy is a place worth investigating?
In my honest opinion, it would be good to look at.
I feel like
It
we're
could be a
trapped on an
place of
island.
origin if you want to understand what is going on here.
Sounds good to me.
However,
It's made out of gold over there too.
however, you are quite the way away from
Yeah,
the Golden Duchy.
we exist in this place. Strix, you may not know. I didn't. You mentioned before that you are near this area. Yes, you live here.
Nah,
Something outside, like
I mean, kind of.
I'm unsure your exact origin. Do you hail from this place? Have you seen other lands yet, or no?
Yeah, I've been around a little bit. This is just one of those secluded type of training facilities. You know what I mean?
Okay, but uh, in recent years, have you gone sailing? Perhaps
No.
you are on
I-
an island, probably the furthest away from civilization you could possibly be.
Would I have been aware of this before going into my fucking deep sleep jet or no?
No, when you went into your deep sleep, the area around you was more so brimming with life.
That's fun.
You're probably on an actual landmass. It sounds like you're now on an island. That's a bit of a move.
Yeah, well, shit happens.
Well, it seems like from the time that you were wherever you were, it seems like continents have moved.
I'll tell you exactly what I did.
You might be as old as me.
I doubt that much. But all I know is that I went down, I went to sleep for a bit, and for a bit it was a couple hundred years, maybe tops. Like, I still don't know exactly how many. I woke up and the place is very different, and that's all I got.
I would like to contextualize something for everyone in regards to time, for this is something that I know as someone who is very old, and something that Uma knows as someone who is very old. Unless we're supposed to keep this. Am I not supposed to tell them about like this thing? Like you know what I'm going to tell them, right? In regards to time.
You could if you want to.
Oh, okay. I mean, do you guys like time being a mystery and not really, or do you like, or do you want me to tell you? Because I can just tell you.
Are you going to try to get into the philosophies of how time functions?
I mean, like, no, not really. It's pretty simple. It's just a little weird, I guess. It's something that you don't really have to care about if you don't really want to care about it, but it's, I guess, somewhat important.
Well, like, you know how death is divided into the past, the present, and the future? Does it have something to do with that?
It's not even going. We exist in a realm outside of the actual material, as in this realm is inside of its own little pocket dimension, inside of which time is controlled by 3 deities. Each one of them is the past, present, and future death, and so time here is so weird because you can be in one place and hundreds of years can pass, and then go to another, and not even 10 minutes have passed.
Wait.
So
It's incredibly strange, and it's definitely made things hard for me. So when you
if that's the case, could you? This shit is confusing, and
yes,
quite
this
frankly,
is what I mean.
I've just now stopped caring. Like,
Yep.
not out of respect or disrespect for you, but because I don't want to try to wrap my head around it. I hope you
I
understand.
don't. I'm fine. That's why I was like kind of going in with, do you even care about this conversation?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Okay. So
Alright.
now knowing that time is relevant, like irrelevant entirely, let just put that out of your head pretty much entirely.
Awesome.
That conversation is now gone and it's dead, and I do not care to talk about the specifics of how that works.
Well, it's still got me thinking about something. Ray, you know how our prior party members, like a few of them were quite old?
What?
Or the other half of the party,
Wait,
the one that you first met.
Oh, you're talking about Michi?
Yeah,
I know Michi's.
and kind of Yuki in a sense.
Well, see, here's the thing about. I think I know. I think I know. I know a little bit about Yuki. But here's the thing about Michi. They from the Feywild. It's pretty much the
Which
same
is
there.
another
where-
plane that functions differently in time-wise.
But the Feywild's even weirder in that it's not even. There's no order to it. There's no control. It just the things just kind of
Oh.
fucking happen. And Michi, for all we know, could literally be infinite years old. We don't fucking know how old they are.
Jesus Christ.
It's just best not to think about it, okay?
I'm very conflicted on whether or not I want to.
Because at night when you guys were talking, you were like the war 100 years ago. I mean, yeah, it was 100 years
Yeah.
ago somewhere else, but it was also not 100 years ago somewhere else. Just, it's not worth thinking about.
Fuck that.
All you need to remember is the specifics of events, and that's about it. Time
Oh,
has little to no meaning, especially after you've been around long enough to understand everything like me. And by understand, I mean come to ununderstand everything.
I don't know. That's a concept that a lot of people aren't afforded the luxury to try to grasp. I feel like you are somewhat couple thousand years old or some shit like that.
I have no idea.
Yeah, like you can go ahead and meander and think about the concepts of time and how it wraps around and how there are multiple existences overlapping. Some people only live 100 years, give or take, if they're lucky.
Yup.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not even gonna bother with that shit. And neither should you, Genya. And the trick's gonna like take whatever's in
I
their hand that
mean-
they're fiddling with and flick it at you. Be like,
Uh.
fuck that.
That's
just-
the only reason I was bringing it up in conversation with like the premise of, do you even want me to talk about this?
Leave that shit for the scholars. I'm not here for
I
that.
know it's
I mean,
just like...
I mean, I am one. I'm definitely gonna write. I definitely
what I'm
wrote
saying.
about it in my book, and he's going to point to the literal Bible.
That's on Uma's table.
Jesus H fucking Christ. What is
The biggest fucking most massive book you've ever seen in your entire life.
what you
didn't-
make? What you write in that shit?
I don't even know anymore.
Is that your
To
autobiography?
be perfectly honest, I don't know what the fuck I've been writing.
Is that your autobiography, you old ass clown?
I
What the fuck is
listen.
this?
I've wrote so many editions at this point. I have no fucking idea its contents. I don't know how Uma's reading it or what they've read in it. I could have. I'm pretty sure. I don't understand.
Very
Hold on,
quickly, before
going-
I would love to talk about your book and I want to hear about all the intricacies about it. But before we do that, I would love to know where the fuck we're going. Do you want to try to go to the
I
Golden
don't
Duchy?
fucking
Is that a
know.
plan? It seems like a track. We'll try to book passage somewhere.
We're so
Start making.
we're so fucking far away. And
Yep.
there's nowhere that have boats.
We can fucking find a way. We're resourceful.
I don't want to go back on a fucking boat. The seagulls are there, and they're gonna fucking eat us all.
Well, there is. Well, I was going to head to. While this place is an island, there is still some forms of life.
I was
There
about
is.
to say, there has to be some port town somewhere.
Wait,
We
Is there,
can't
like-
let the necromancer with a whole bunch of
There's-
dead bodies and
There is a
undead
single
feeding-
city that is
Oop.
controlled by humans.
here.
here?
Mhm.
Awesome. Where is it?
The city of Iron.
They must be warned.
Let's go.
I'd
We
be
can find it-
careful. That is the home of a catastrophe.
Which
Which-
one?
Oh no.
The
What the
Iron
catastrophe?
Maiden.
Is it
Oh,
something
right.
I'd be aware of already or no?
Oh, you would be aware of them, yeah.
Okay.
You would have actually your sect would also have been charged with hunting these people down specifically.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Catastrophe.
Hey, well,
So a catastrophe in this in my world basically means they are mortal people who are the closest to achieving godhood.
Understood, Cap.
So they are extremely powerful, and there are 6 individuals who are given this title. The Iron Maiden being one of them.
Gotcha. And I'm charged with hunting them?
Yes. Normally, yes.
What
Okay.
exactly is the Iron Maiden? Like, catastrophe of...
Torture.
Oh, nice.
What?
Beat you, fella.
Wait, actually, maybe this isn't good because those other people were they were tortured. They were left there
Yeah.
alive. Wait, all right. I think we're fucked. I think this whole island's fucked.
Yeah.
I don't think we go there. In fact, I think that's where our enemies are.
Does the Iron Maiden ring any doorbells or anything for me?
Yes. It's sort of what you were named after.
Well,
How do we bring? How do? Hey Uma, what do you want us to fucking do? Do you want us to? I'm so
let's sit
confused.
down. Let's sit down with newfound knowledge and try to assess the situation. All right.
If you want to find more answers, going to her would be a good idea.
But she might have killed everyone in that lagoon or something.
So yeah, Uma, the
Mm,
cryptic nonsense is getting on my nerves. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm not even being cryptic.
Is that the next place to go? Is this?
It is the next place to go. If I was
Guard
being
us, of course,
cryptic,
Captain.
if I was being cryptic, I would have done it a more funner way.
Chart course, then, Captain.
Uma, but she could be involved in the people hanging thing somehow.
If she was involved, she wouldn't have only done it with 6 people.
Oh.
Well,
Do you think she'd care about a shitty necromancer running around the island killing people?
Only one way to find out.
Okay, I guess we go there then. No way. What do I do with the orb?
Is it like a big city, or is it like a small city? Is it like a hamlet, or more of like a town or a village? What's the situation with it?
It's a big city,
Big city? Aw,
encased in an iron wall.
I cannot
Eh,
wait. I need
hence
to
the
hit
name.
civilization ASAP.
Hence the name, the Iron City.
Nah, I figured I'd ask.
If we're
the
going,
You're still alive.
Basically, the fucked up version of Bossing Say.
actually,
Oh god.
actually, there is one thing I should probably mention, is that is I am an abhorrent abomination of nature, and if they know that I am a skeleton, they will debone my already debone, like already they'll debone me on top of deskinning me, and I don't even have skin.
Wear armor or something. I don't know. Cover yourself from head to toe.
Ah, yes, wear a robe.
Dude, your full arm is out. I see bone and everything. You're not even making a fucking attempt.
This is classical wizard garb. I will have you
Shut
know.
the fuck up. Like, throws another thing.
What are you throwing him?
And you see, like, Strix is like literally
Okay.
fucked in with like the blanket, and like there's like a tear
Oh my
in the
God.
cloth underneath, and like they're just like picking out cloth and chucking it at people. Like, shut the fuck up.
You huck the blanket at him.
No, like the cloth bits inside, like a little flip,
Oh,
like
okay.
small stuff. You know what I mean?
I was going to say, if you huck the whole blanket at him, what's going to happen? He's going to scream, flail around, and he's going to shove his arms through the holes.
Be resourceful.
He's going
You
to
can
wear.
probably find a way to cover yourself from head to
Wait,
toe.
I know where I'll find clothes that are exact size and
All that
fit. And
fancy
he's going to
fucking-
he's going to raid.
God
her
damn it! What are you
drawer.
doing in my closet?
I-
All
Oh
that
my
fancy
God.
fucking magic, and you can't find a way to make your.
I don't have disguise self, and I'm not casting a spell. I'm wearing something because they probably have detect magic, and they'll be like, "Disguise spell, you're a skeleton," and they'll throw me in the dungeon and torture me.
I am experiencing an odd amount of nostalgia.
I'm putting on a robe now, Uma. If you complain, I swear to God, I'll eat you.
You wouldn't, and you
It's
couldn't.
women's clothes. You realize that, right, Gray?
I don't care. I'll be a woman. I'm hot.
I
Uma, do not body shame me.
We got the baddest bitch on the planet right here.
Uma,
whatever.
I don't think I
Okay,
can look
I
at you
can
the
have-
same.
I can have some of your clothes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Should I? Should I add the S so that way I'm thick with two C's?
What does that mean?
Why can't you just deconstruct yourself and put yourself in my bag as we walk in?
Because then I couldn't leave your fucking bag.
So,
I want to be able to move and be free.
okay.
I refuse to be
Great.
confined to your shitty bag.
I'm not trying to fucking
Great.
confine you. I'm just pitching an idea.
Didn't you
Everyone's a-
willingly take yourself apart and shove yourself in that fucking
Yeah, you
drawer?
fucking slept in the cupboard last night.
That was by choice.
I'm not
Also-
telling you to get in my bag.
So-
I'm saying if you want to, the option is there.
Also,
Like,
because
make
I
your life
wanted to hide from prying eyes in case someone was using a scry spell.
Can we detach your head from the rest of your body and just carry it around?
Yes, please do not rip off my head and carry it away from my body.
And is the head the main Why not just leave your body on the outskirts of the village and then come and get it
Because then I
later?
couldn't fucking. Oh my god. This
He
is
did say he
exactly
just
what
wanted to
happened
move
after the
around.
sequels.
You'd
So,
be a cool fireplace accessory.
You had the last time that this happened. I was on the boat. I was on the boat
Uh-huh.
going to the Tower of History, whatever it was called,
Mm.
and then I gambled away my entire body. And I got in the boat. They put me into a boat. They got all my clothes and stuff. I fled and I was eaten by seagulls. And then I lost like my arms and legs, and I stole them from a lizard man, who I found dead.
Huh.
I was a torso for 2 days.
Nice.
I refused to be a torso for 2 days again.
Also,
Look, you got me. Sounds like you've had a bad time.
Hmm?
It's been awful since you've all left me.
I didn't leave shit.
What?
You were
Okay.
gonna say something, Uma?
no, continue. I'll say it afterwards, after you're done with your little catching up. It seems you have much of that to do.
Oh no, I'm done. I'm just still looking through your drawer to find out which dress matches my eyes.
I mean, they're probably not gonna be too happy about the pearly whites I got either. But
Look, she's going to murder you, Gray.
Listen. You'll all be fine.
yeah, I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Oma,
What?
I like you.
Thank you. Anyway. Another bit of reasoning as to why I don't think it was her, despite being given the title Catastrophe. Unlike her other compatriots, she was not sealed. Not because that they could not do so, because they chose not to do it at all.
That's
Also, they liked her.
what?
Her problem,
Why did they not?
because her problem lied with the other catastrophes.
Ah,
Take example, the Golden Duchy.
What?
And that city was also ruled by a catastrophe. The conjoined twins,
Oh, the two brothers obsessed with gold were. Oh,
the
okay.
Golden Duke.
hmm.
No wonder
I
they had a
mean-
city gilded with gold.
So when we get to the City of Iron, we don't. What are we investigating when we get there, right? Like, what's the method of attack? Or do we just get there, go to a port, and get the fuck out and start going to the Golden Duchy? You know, that's
That is a possibility. If you want to seek audience, to be quite sure, that is one of the things that I am not too familiar with, which is very rare for me, to say the least.
you
So-
seem to be in an audience with a catastrophe doesn't seem to be on my bucket list.
Friends, I have a question.
I mean,
This question will answer where we're going to go and what we're going to do next. And that is, do you want to pursue justice?
I mean,
All that has been done to that lizardman tribe back there, all that has been done to your friends both Hakti and Diox and whoever else you have met along your adventure, all that devastation caused by that necromancer, do you want to leave that unanswered?
no.
I mean, ain't gonna bring him back. If this is a vote, I'd say, I mean, doesn't matter. But you gotta find where we gotta go. I'm not the vengeful punishment. I'm just, you know, me.
What are you then? What is your goal?
Pick something that's not that. There's only so much time and resource allocation you can put into one thing or another, you know?
Yeah, but what are you planning to do then?
How many people have we chopped down as a group, you know? How many monstrosities have we created? How many aberrations are we going to kill or create? You know what I mean? Like, you're a necromancer, right? Said so yourself.
Yep.
How many motherfuckers have you chopped down? Bodies have you
Uncountable.
raised and corpses you've exploded, you know? Who am I to cast stones? Motherfucker did a terrible thing, but...
True.
I
The
just
only
want to
thing,
know
though, is
why.
that if you're not going to do that, then what are we going to do? So if you don't want to pursue justice, then what is the next thing that you would be looking to do? What is your ultimate goal? What is your end game?
My game?
Yeah.
Try to restore the order of
Ooh.
the Church of the Goddess of Death.
So me and you have the same end goal.
Yeah, I want to restore the order of
And me.
Juniper.
And
Okay, perfect, right? So there's three of us here that share a common end goal. Red, what if perfect
No.
world, if you could get some big task done tomorrow, what would be the big task you finish?
Anything?
Red? Anything. One thing you had, big thing, huge. What?
What is your end goal?
I have to find my son.
Find your son. We can very well do that. We can garner the power. We can do that. We have mages. We have clerics. And we have the means to travel. We can do that.
Now, we have...
Last but not least, I do want to ask Kuro, do you have any specific end game? Do you have anything you'd like to do before you kick the bucket? What's your big end game here?
He's dead.
Figured I'd ask. Kuro seems to be taking a little nap on that table. And then
I think maybe that's his end
Shit.
goal.
Oh wait, that was on me. My bad.
Yeah, you're good.
Like,
What's
pat
the
his
big
head.
goal?
Wake up.
To be
If
honest,
we as a group of people could collectively do something for you to accomplish a task in this world, what the fuck would it be?
nothing too much really. Besides, spread my religion.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, we
And
have
you know what
our
type of
goals.
religion that I'm trying to spread.
Not that religion.
There is one person's opinion who we don't have, though, and I would say it is the most important to the three of us. And their opinion I can gather right now. And I'm going to cast as a ritual divination. And I'm going to ask a question to Juniper.
Right.
And my question is going to be, what do you want us to do?
Your mom.
You have the book, I know. I know, but I
Yeah.
can cast it as a ritual for free too. So we both have a free way to do this.
And as you're
Okay,
casting it as
cool.
a ritual, I'm assuming it's going to take 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, you can get it instantly
So,
though,
like-
if you want, Kenya.
Okay.
Oh, wait, alright. Go ahead, John. What were you doing?
No, I was just gonna say, like, it seems like our goals are in majority to restore the Order of Juniper, right? Restore the Goddess of Death. past, present, and future, like, you know what I mean, the whole jazz, and everything that comes along with it. Correct? No, please correct me if I'm mistaken.
That is the
She's
majority.
also tied to here.
Okay.
So that's why I'm asking the question.
Is the necromancer himself the tie that Juniper has to this land that we are
That's what-
currently
that's-
standing on?
I'm asking with divination to June, what would she like us to do next? Like what our end goal is at this point. For the three of us, I'm asking that question with divination.
Okay.
That is why I'm casting divination. If Genya would like
No.
to use the book instead for an instant response rather than rather than the 10 minutes.
I mean, it
imagine we're
kind of
still
depends on which June you're talking to. Like,
It's
there's past June, there's present June.
I am talking to Juniper, the one that I am worshipping, so I am talking to the past, not the future or anything else. Although I could get their opinion too if I wanted to.
Please feel free to ask.
So, June, what do you want us to do?
This island was my home. The people I looked after are still here.
Wait. You mean them? Are you talking about the Vestini?
My people are still here.
Oh.
It would seem we have our answer. I think we secure the island. I think the necromancer is important here. I think we have to find Juniper's people, which I believe are the ancient Vestini, if I am not mistaken.
I don't think there's. Sorry.
No, please.
Just related to Juniper, I don't think you two have seen. He just kind of like reaches inside himself and pulls out the fucking hilt of the sword thing.
Do I recognize it?
Yeah, do I?
John, you would recognize it through illustrations. Grave, you've seen the physical thing, the whole thing combined. It was June's original blade.
Huh.
Her katana.
Where'd you get a piece like that?
There was a house here in a Yanti village that was apparently cursed. A minute was two ghost children that June looked after. Or else, everybody would die, because, it's always got to be like that. But I did.
So that is a very important thing, I believe. I'm also pretty sure it's magical. I forget with what.
Yeah.
I honestly forget with what.
So, I mean, this is good. We're unearthing magical, sacred, religious artifacts. We're realizing that June has ties to this land that run deep. This is where she grew up, you said, right?
Yeah.
Or this is where she lived. We need to investigate this land itself a little further. This island specifically a little further. Securing an entire island.
Very hard.
As a group of 5 individuals.
Impossible.
Is an insurmountable task. I just want that to be said.
But
straight with
a city of people, it is possible. Should the Iron Maiden help us, perhaps we'll have a chance.
I do want it to be said that my order, the order that hunts down devils, demons, fae, and undead.
Oh.
We specifically, catastrophes aren't good guys, right? Like they're people who have drifted so close to godhood that they are touching powers beyond their comprehension. They are doing quite villainous things with them at times. They're, you know what I mean? They're not good people a lot of the time. so I'm a little hesitant.
That's
I
fair.
just want that to be set up front.
We will see what kind of
Red looks-
person this. Ooh.
Red looks over at Strix and she comments, I am an Oni, and I have done many questionable things. Does this pose a problem to you?
You plan on fucking my shit up?
No. I don't think our goals, what's the word, clash with another, but I am heavily allied with a powerful demon, a devil of the seventh ring of hell. I figure it's worth putting out there.
And I'm an undead aberration.
Yeah. I've got a reason or two to be smacking on a couple of people in this room. I'm not gonna front you guys. I'm not gonna pretend like fucking Kuro didn't come out of a dream dimension oozing of black ichor and formulating of nightmares as well. You know what I mean? It seems like you guys are a fucked up group of individuals that I've got a couple of moral conundrums with, but Genya seems solid. I have a pretty overarching goal. I'm trying to fix up the whole
I
order.
think we're solid too. Why do you doubt our relationship?
I think you're cool. I'm still on the fence. I hope you understand. You're literally a walking bag of bones.
I don't mind you at all.
I don't mind you at all. Like your personality, you're solid. You're like.
We could drink at some point if I had a
guiltless.
mouth.
I hope you'd understand that I spent like the past couple hundred years, I should say, in some change hunting creatures that look like you. So there's this bit of skepticism. Please just
That's
do
fair.
understand. Yeah.
Honestly, that's fair. If I had a screaming skeleton walk up to me 100 years ago, I probably would have also screamed and then threw a fireball at it and killed it instantly.
I've literally gone from town to town with no money. Man, I make the money by killing a couple of creatures that look like you, get enough for room, board, drink, and that's the end of it.
Worry not, Strix, for we will go to the city, we will see if anything is there for us, and if there is hope, and if there is not, all is lost.
Regardless, it's
Please
a
don't
city.
say that.
It is the only city on this fucking island, and it seems like we're gonna be spending a fucking minute here. I am eager to walk into the city. I just don't want to be in front of a catastrophe.
I feel like we're not going to be on our first day. I feel like this will involve lots of political intrigue and much other things and lots of garnering of respect and other stuff. I highly doubt it's going to be the first day we're face to face with the lord of that land.
Unless we're particularly lucky or unlucky.
I'd like
I
to say
would
two
hope
things very
not.
quickly as well.
Okay.
Number one, Gray, thank you. Great conversation you brought up. Goals entirely and all. You know what I mean? I think this was very facilitative. I think that everybody really got a little piece out of this to put us on the same page. And two, Red, thank you for being very forthright with your intentions, what you are, and what's going on. I want that to be acknowledged.
Red, you're cool.
You don't gotta worry around me. As long as you don't go fucking with me, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna do anything weird. We're solid as far as I'm concerned. Just the honesty alone buys you a couple of brownie points off of
an
me.
essential part of life.
I don't know about that much. I got problems with demons still.
You need a place to send the bad people.
Yeah, but they don't go cohorting up here.
About
I do
that.
sometimes.
It's yeah.
Others have agents like Red, and they're not so bad sometimes.
Like I said,
Asmodeus is surprisingly reasonable.
there's a level of forthrightness, and I'm going to trust you, the individual, but I'm not going to trust the demon you follow. I hope that will not be bad, you know.
I just said the name out loud.
Asmodeus.
Jimmy just kind of put his head in his hands like, oh
I said
god.
it wrong though. I said it wrong though. I said it wrong though. I said it incorrectly.
Whatever.
Oh.
All I'm saying is, whatever demon you worship, I trust you further than I trust that guy, whoever the fuck it is, or whatever name that you guys we're tripping over. Whatever, who is the fuck?
Strix, we should say their true names. I just forgot. It summons them into this world. We can't say their true names.
Would I know that?
Yes.
Okay, then I'd be very cautious around that, considering I've been hunting
I'm
them
the
for a
one who
while.
made the mistake.
Okay.
I'm the one who made the mistake. I'm the one that tripped over it. Strix, you can tell me I did a bad thing.
Yeah, like Strix is like, sure, like you shouldn't
As
do
well-
that, but I mean,
Can I roll Arcana to see if I just did something horrible? Can I see if
Sure.
anything is like manifesting? I roll a 9. Fuck.
I just Red. Just tell me you'll do the right thing, and we're solid. I don't care. I don't care who you talk to. I'm not your fucking mom. I'm not your fucking dad. I don't give a fuck what you do. Just don't go fucking butchering us in our sleep, okay?
You're lucky,
She
Gray,
nodded.
that I have non-detection on this goddamn.
Oh my, what
Carriage.
a hug! I'm sorry.
No, don't touch me.
Hug me, please.
No.
Yes.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
And he just kind of looks up the ceiling and asks, "Why?"
And Genya, what are your feelings about this whole cohorting with demons type situation? You're the cleric.
He
You're more
he
versed in
just
the
kind of
proverbs than I
like
am.
he just kind of like goes over to Red and plants a big old kissy.
Oh, I see.
He's kissed a demon.
Red smiles.
That's a double sin.
A little bit of muscular pussy, and you go back in your vows. That's crazy.
You weren't even married. That's actually a triple
Muscular-
sin, Genya.
what now?
You've tripled sinned.
Red nods like, this is true.
Wait.
I've touched
What?
his pelvis already.
Wait, that is a
Yeah.
quadruple sin.
All right, so I
He
see.
just kind of sinks down with his head in his hands, like,
You got
Did you have time for
situation
this?
going on.
I didn't see this last night.
She's like patting him on the head.
Okay, well. So, besides your romantic relations, how do you feel about cohorting with demons?
As long as it doesn't interfere with what we're doing, I say it's okay. Or like,
That's-
going out and killing everybody.
Oh no. I should probably mention something to you, Red. Hey, Red.
What?
I may or may not be wanted in hell by like a bunch of other people. I may have done something really fucked up.
Guys, what the fuck?
I've done
Yeah.
something. I just remembered I did something super fucked. Oh god.
She
Yeah,
like,
you-
I want to cycle
You
back
did.
really quickly as well, please, if you don't mind. Hearing that it's cool to cohort with demons as long as they don't interfere with our means, like that's a rare statement to hear from a cleric, right? Like that. Is there any specific
Oh,
reason
yeah.
for that? Is it, like,
It might be relating to something I did actually.
are you
I-
simply young and inexperienced? Because that's what you're seeming to strike me as. Is it one of those situations where you simply don't
Strix.
give a fuck?
Strix.
He just kind of gives a small smile, like almost pained. I was,
Strix.
until I realized the people that I was technically with were worse than actual demons.
Oh, I see.
Hey, Strix.
Yeah, what's up?
I may or may not have stole every soul in hell.
You stole every soul in hell. Give
Yeah,
them back.
I gave them to the god of death.
You gave them to. Okay.
I
Yeah.
had gotten my hands at one point on a wish spell, in which I had then gave to Juniper herself, but not the past one, the future one. And then she took
Ah.
the wish spell,
Wait,
and then
that was the
obtained
future
every-
one?
Yeah, I believe so. And then she obtained every single thing in hell for herself.
Nice. Well, they've got a colorful cast of characters.
Also,
Is
I did that. I was entirely responsible for it, and I'm pretty sure everyone in hell knows. So I'm pretty
that
sure
why you're
Reddit.
still shambling around to this day?
No, that's for another reason. But
Oh.
Red, I think at some point you're going to want to crush my skull, and it's probably going to be because of the demon, because he asked you to. If it ever comes to that, please let me know.
You.
Uh,
This.
She's like rubbing her head and is like, "Ugh, I have the input I offer is I have been, and still currently am, on both sides of the coin, indebted to a demon that, by all means, is everything out for us and would seek to cause utter chaos on this realm.
Oh, well,
The
he may
other,
ask you to do
the
horrific
other
things to me.
seeks order and assists me continuously, constantly.
Yeah.
He
And
might
what is
also
that?
Can
hate
be
me.
utilized, but they're also to be feared.
And what is it exactly that you are providing to these otherworldly entities? Nothing free. Demons and devils write contracts and conscript people on the mortal plane all the time. I
I
want to
mean,
know.
she is an agent with which they move around the board. She is their hand on the mortal world.
She is the rook.
The rook.
I am more
I-
known as my moniker. Something was given to me after the Iron Maiden, in fact. The mad woman in iron. I would be sent on battlefields and to slaughter indiscriminately. Would add to the power of overlords in hell.
Yeah, see, I told you, puppet. I mean, technically, we are too, us three. We are all acting under the will of Juniper, so we have really no room to judge. It's just that at some point she may carve my cave my skull in. I have stolen from hell souls.
No, I'm in block the process, but
Gray.
I hope that there's at least an understanding that I've spent most of my life kind of, studying the knowledge, cultivating a arsenal of weaponry and skills to deal with creatures that I am sitting in the very caravan I am partied with right now.
Hmm?
It is conflicting. I don't know where to land on here, but I mean, as long as we've got the same
It
goals right
will
now, I'll
always
take
be
one day at a time.
conflicting. Always.
It is for good. It is for good reason. There are many things that I have done that I am not proud of. And it is thanks to those who hunt demons that more lives have been spared.
And I think that Mitsu just dismissed the situation entirely, simply because I've had a good couple of days with you lot, would betray my morals and the very foundation of my character. So,
That is perfectly fair.
I will be weary. I don't know if there's a full level of trust that can be built, but I have a lot of respect for each and every one of you for being honest with me. I want that to be said before anything.
Strix,
Hmm.
if you are at all doubtful as to why I trust you in faith, it is because I have been with so many people and I've watched so many people die that at this point, I think I feel like attempting to question an ally at this point is not worth it, as time is almost always of the essence, and I've seen too many people die from inaction at this point.
How is time of the essence? You've lived thousands and thousands of years.
It's always felt of the essence. I've always been in a rush to go somewhere.
And that's your existence, one rush to a next.
Always attempting to assist in the current affairs, and how this situation's been going on for quite a long time, I'll tell you.
I mean, I get that.
There is no rest for me. There never will be until it's finally finished, and then once there is, I will embrace death happily.
Well, maybe we'll get that done eventually.
It
It's
is.
not one rush to the next for me. It's a task to the next task,
Strix, if you were to one day, this is a tall order, but if you do restore order, I will happily let you kill me, because I would rather be dead.
I hope you realize I don't derive pleasure from killing undead creatures. It's just what I have to do to keep the order.
That is fair.
It's the job.
I just hope you know my ultimate goal is to die. That is what I would like to do.
Isn't that everyone's in the end of the day?
I would very much like to rest my sleepy head.
When you're all old and everyone's bones are creaking like yours, I'd imagine
Every
that's the
time
case.
I die, I just wake up again.
You're finally awake.
It's a horrific nightmare. The adventure literally never ends. I thought I would love adventure up until adventure was everything. Forever.
That sounds like hell.
This is hell. I've been in this situation all too often. In fact, I think I was in this exact situation with Uma, and the card exploded and I died.
I know some very old members of my order. We are kind of the tools used against the creatures that evade death, but it's kind of a contradictory statement because we, in our essence, are creatures that avoid death. Kind of
Wait
fight
a
fire
fucking
with fire.
second. How much has this cart exploded?
Uma, how many times has a group of adventurers exploded violently in our presence?
Truthfully, I lost count.
How many times have I died horrifically and also in very stupid ways, only to come back again as an even funnier skeleton?
I have also lost count on that.
Okay, so I don't think I'm ever taking anybody new in here. In this particular card.
Wait, why
Ever.
does Red have an X on?
Red died.
Because we all spontaneously explode and die.
True.
I mean, every single time someone new walks into this card, it always explodes somehow. Usually after like a prolonged conversation, usually detailing a lot of. Actually, wait, hold on. I jump out of the window. Preemptively, I jump out of the window. Does the card explode?
No, it does not.
Oh my god. Gray! There's
Pick up
nothing
Genya
around to explode us!
I pick up Genya and I huck him out the window like a
No!
football.
I don't want to travel by cart anymore. I wish to walk the rest of the way.
Does he just fly back in? Or does he just flutter back in?
He probably like goes around like fucking picks up Gray because he's literally fucking bones.
We just scatter across the ground like a fucking
If it
Lego
is-
character.
Get back in here!
If it is any... How do I say this? Any relief to all of you, I guess. You have all gotten farther than most. That much I can say.
Oh, I am chock full of curiosity right now. How long have you two been banging for?
Me and Uma?
Me?
No, I'm talking about. That's you. You wouldn't bang. You'd bone. I'm
I don't
talking
have
God.
one of those. I lost
talk
that
about
hours
Red and
ago.
Genya.
Gray,
look
when
like a
death takes
fucking-
you, can you take me with you?
Yes.
You guys look like a fucking coexist sign. The cleric and the demon girl getting it on.
Well, to be fair, me and Gray have known each other for centuries.
Are y'all fucking too?
No,
Hell no.
Good.
I do steal her stuff though.
That he does.
Yes.
And you've obviously had a husband in the past. You have a son after all, or at least a previous lover.
No, I've never had one.
Not you, Red. Red spoke about recovering your son. Thank you, though.
It's very confusing who you're talking to.
No, for
I
sure,
think
I
the
get it. I'm
conversa-
like
I think I was
turning
the
my
one that
head.
confused everything.
No, I'm turning my head around. It's yeah, I gotcha. My bad. But
She
no.
nods.
what happened?
She doesn't respond, but she's just staring at Strix.
You don't gotta air out your dirty laundry if you don't want to. I don't care. Just say you don't want to talk about it.
I'd rather not.
Fine.
That's fair. I think we've all gotten to know each other quite a bit more. Now we have an idea of where all of us come from, so we can all trust each other a bit more going forward. That being said, a person we haven't talked to this entire trip is Hakti's son, who is likely going through immense amounts of trauma. Perhaps we save that for another time, though.
Yeah.
Where is he, by the way, Uma? Is he here?
He's outside.
Cart.
Well, I think we'd save that conversation for later, as it is. I mean, I'm not tired, but I feel like the session is ending.
It is 3 hours and 28 minutes.
Red like nudges Kenya. It's like, and she kind of mutters to him. Do you think I should tell them
About your son?
about my past?
Is
I
this
don't think
audible
I've
enough
even
for me to
told
hear
you.
that?
Mumble.
It's like it's just low chatter. You can probably hear, but it's like it's kind of like when you lean to the side and you're asking someone something. So it's like I'm asking for you know.
You can hear them
I
whispering
got
to each
you.
other. You probably know that they're talking somewhat.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
There's a
I mean, it seems like you tend to get in, like, we as a group in general tend to get in trouble, like, when we don't know something, like, collectively know something. So, I mean, you don't have to now, but maybe somewhere soon along the line, whenever you're ready.
Red thinks back, like the little riff on like a xylophone that plays whenever you have you have a flashback. Like it plays in her mind, and then there's
Do we
like
get like the swirly camera effect? Like TV shows, like cartoon shows?
yeah, and there's and then if you can see into her mind, Gray probably can because he's fucking Gray. There's show of
What
just
am I doing
fire and destruction and screaming of all the shit that happened because someone didn't speak up and just like Genya said, and then she comes back and having a 1,000-yard stare on her face and nods. Yeah, maybe it is for the best to speak. I mentioned that. After all, I too had committed such a massacre in the past.
Gray is going to look at his friends. On a final note, until we get to the city, I want to let you all know that even though we've been together for a short time, I have full trust and faith in all of you. You are confident, and you can trust me and ask me for anything that you might need, be it an ear or a magical spell. Just don't ask me to lift anything heavy for you. I won't be able to.
thanks, Muscles.
Try to pick up Red then.
Thank you. But
What are you doing?
Kenya, hand me the sending stone. By the way,
Why?
I wish to talk to the messy-haired one with the spell book.
You know what, Ryan?
25 words. Go.
I'm just gonna say it. Hi, I am Gray. It's nice to meet you. You are cool. Send.
Like a text message. Speaking to your fucking Alexa.
Exactly.
I
You
imagine.
need to
What do you
start
think he'll say
stares at
back?
him.
What do you think he'll say back?
I
I'm
imagine
just so flustered. Ooh, I've never met another wizard before.
you,
Not in this body anyway.
you hear a distant, low tone. Says,
Mhm.
"Hi, I'm Edward. This the same Dr. Gray of the illustrious Dr. Gray novel of his adventures, Volume 1? If so, hello."
Can I
Why
send a
did he
message
answer
back?
immediately?
Can I send a message back now?
Nope, that's just one-to-one.
That's it. Kenya, he replied. He called me illustrious. He likes me.
So,
I have a
Wow.
pen pal now.
Oh my fucking god.
If there was, Strix, if there was a love of mine that I had from afar, when I gazed upon his figurine, it was love at first sight.
Trix is gonna like just chuckle and then start digging into their bag and then pull out this like old kind of looking beaker flask kind of sort of with like kind of chains wrapped around it, but like not enough to break the glass, just enough to like seal the top and make it look ominous and weird looking, and then kind of like lightly toss the flask over to Red. Like we all got shit, you know. Everybody's got baggage. Everything special about me came right out of that. I think I was like 4 or 5. I drank this alchemical concoction, fucked my shit up, and tore my body a new one. Now I'm the person you see before you. I was regular up until then, and then I started this whole crazy nonsense bullshit. So
He holds it like pretty delicately. Oh, sorry. Were you continuing?
no, they end it with just like, I don't know.
She like holds it gingerly and runs a few fingers across the chains. A victim of misfortune. I
Unreal.
understand. And she'll like she'll toss it back. It's like
They'll grab it.
I mentioned before, and I want to preface this. I am not proud of what I had done before. I had given in to my wrath, and while forces outside of my control took advantage of that and transformed me into a madwoman, I still hold the blame for what I had done.
Do you want a piece of advice from me, Red?
Yes, you always have something good to say, Uma.
Wow, that's a first.
Uma, I don't think anyone's ever told you that.
No one's ever told me that before.
I think that's literally the first time someone's genuinely told you something that nice,
And he
without
just kinda-
immediately following it up with asking for something.
Holds on to Red's arm and is like trying not to laugh.
You were given just a genuine compliment for no reason. How does it feel?
Weird.
When
It's almost like I
suddenly-
was insulted for some reason.
When suddenly Gray is hit with level 9 finger death.
He dies.
Not even level 9, like level 10, because she's a fucking hag.
Level 10.
Just disintegrates like in fucking Half-Life 2.
when you get to meet the Iron Maiden, or if you ever get to meet the Iron Maiden, to be exact, show her your rook.
She kind of like
You're gonna play
she kinda
fucking
like-
chess with her?
yeah, like she lowers the bindings around her chest. It's kind of dangerous. Like it's a dangerous action on it. Now that I think of that, but like
He's holding it up.
what is he holding it up?
He's holding up the bindings. Like, what are you doing?
Because there's the signature of like a rook burned into like her
I
chest,
knew you
like-
were a chess piece.
like I don't fucking know the spot between her boobs. I don't know what it's called. The sternum.
The gap.
Yeah.
No,
The
wait,
other
wait.
boob.
Look, she's literally a chess piece.
The holy gap.
The valley.
The cavern.
Wait, hold on. I know what to do. I'm going to look at it. I am a scholar, right? So I would know a great many things. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So what I would call it would definitely be what most people would call it.
Rook?
No. The space in between.
The boobs?
Yeah.
So what do you call it?
The Chelsea.
Hey, that's rude, but also I like it. So that's what it's going to be. Gray looks at
It's
looks
legit
at Red,
called
and it's just like, hey, it's in between your your jet. So that's the Chelsea.
You get hit by a level 11 finger of death and die.
Side.
That's the medical term for it.
See?
Receptus by pot.
We're not fucking canon. No.
The entire party,
Canonized
like
now.
the entire party, spontaneously just starts throwing objects at Gray.
Go back into the fucking drawer.
Anyway, what were you saying, Vice?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Like Red will just like grab his skull and huck it outside the window.
Sick.
And so Gray has left the party. He's not involved in this adventure anymore. I'll have to make a new character.
I'm dead.
She like sits back down. Thank you, Uma. And then she looks back at the party. This was ages ago. I was the head of my own clan. I don't remember the name of it, much like I do not remember my own name. But details are vague, but still there. I was married to the head of another clan. His name escapes me, but he was to become my husband. The marriage of our clans would prosper the lands of the Oni for many different years to come, decades, centuries. The sublimation of what was practically royalty. And I loved him, and he loved me. We had a child together, a beautiful boy. His eyes shone like priceless jewels. It was the perfect child. One no mother was worthy of, least of all me. And I loved him. I still do. It is a sin that I can't remember his name. But it does not change that I love him. My husband, however, had taken advantage of this marriage. It was all arranged from behind the scenes, something that I was not aware of until it was too late. My child and the other children in my clan, they were to be used as vessels to strengthen him, to strengthen the men of their own, to make them immortal, powerful, wise, invincible. This was something I found out until it was far too late. I took up my sword and stood over the... She falters a moment. The lifeless body of my own son, and attempted to strike him down.
Your husband?
Yes,
Oh.
but I was not strong enough. I remember being surrounded by blood, pure blood. I had hacked him away, my husband, into pieces. And I thought him dead, but it wasn't enough. My rage grew. And I sought out every last one of those clan members and slaughtered them while they slept.
Wait,
Their
so your
wives
son is
rose to
dead?
stop me, and I struck them down too. The children, the innocent vessels, then slaughtered by my hands. I lost myself in fire and blood and fury and the metal of chains. And when I came to, I was surrounded by ash and the hanging corpses of those I once knew and loved around me like ornaments, chains binding them to the ruins of what I called home. Body mutilated, blood everywhere. When a stranger approached, one who spoke to me like I was some prize that had been won. I remember fighting, then falling, and waking. A cell awaited me when my husband appeared before me. He had lived. I was not strong enough to defeat him, and all my work had been for nothing. Though I had set him back, giving in to my fury, he still stood and would continue to go on from there. And he whispered to me that I had failed. I had failed to save my son. That he still lived as his vessel. From there, I was taken, given away to the demon lord of the, I think 9th, right? That's what, this is out of character, but that's what Asmodeus is. I think the 9th layer, right? Or is he the 8th?
I think it's
I
the 9th.
It's the
believe
ninth layer.
9.
Okay. To the lord of the 9th layer of hell. I dare not say his name, for it still draws his ire, but I belong to him. The chains that had strung me up would be forever bound to my body, forged within the deepest layers of hell to become my weapon, as I lost myself into centuries of madness, killing, slaughtering. Only recently, meeting Genya and a few of these others did, I come back to lucidity, and I have gained so much more with them than I have on my own. But
I'm a bit confused.
I am too.
Only because you said that you had so much to be shameful of, and that your sins can never be forgiven, this, that, and the third, but it sounds to me like you've been a victim every step of the way. Like you've been manipulated by forces far greater than you and far greater than most mortals. It sounds
I am
to me like,
confused. The fate of your son.
sounds
Is
to
he
me like a
dead?
sad story. That's all.
yes,
His son,
Oh.
I'm sorry, just to make sure I'm kept up, I would like to recap that Red's son is still kicking, but
Is he?
yes, but is the vessel of the X, you know? So we gotta find him and free him.
I am
Son.
unsure of what kind of ritual that was, for I have never
Correct.
heard of it.
Did I get that right?
Yes, my son was made into the vessel for my husband.
Oh,
I raised him into the perfect warrior, as my husband directed. But I loved him, and I gave him affection. I wanted to see him grow into the perfect leader, the perfect child that only a mother could ever truly be proud of. And into making him into nothing but a soldier, an extra body to take. My husband and my son yet live from when I was in. As of today, I do not know their fates, which is why I have to find him. He likely knows nothing of who I am, exiled from my home. Rumors were spread of me of my death, and my husband came out on top. I was no hero. I am afraid to show my face in my homelands once more. They would likely kill me on the spot. I am their urban legend.
Is the thing you're ashamed of the fact you weren't able to save them? Is that what you mean by your sins are uncountable because you failed to save your son? Not necessarily of the deaths of the people that captured you or were actually committing these atrocious acts? You cared nothing for them, you cared for yourself. Oh, okay, both.
I cared greatly for my son, but my rage, though justified, was indiscriminate. I had slain many of the people responsible for the fate of my son, but
in doing so, have also angered other people who, while involved with those people, having no real idea what they were doing, they demanded justice and recompense from you, and thus you slayed them too.
No, they were innocent. Their wives, their children, they knew nothing of their plot.
This doesn't sound like something I think you'd do.
When a mother child is taken from her, all sins are gone.
I
And I
feel
mean,
like there's something else there.
This is a tribal system as well. This is am I correct? This is a divide that I wouldn't be able to understand as someone who's grown up in human civilization and later in an organization that isn't kind of is your tribe the type of tribe where trial by combat and violent kind of solutions are typically frowned upon, or are they fine a lot of the time?
I feel like that's not exactly what I'm getting at personally. I think what I mean rather is I don't think, not that they couldn't do it as in Red is incapable of violence or would be morally juxtaposed. I mean, I don't think Red could take on an entire village at that time, especially of Oni, which I believe to be very dangerous and very proud warriors, all of which are capable. I believe, you can correct me if I'm wrong, this is just my own theory, that perhaps that ritual had done more than just aid your husband. I think you're cursed. Or some kind of curse. I believe an extra force had helped you.
I think that too.
The rage you describe is nothing unlike anything I have ever felt, and I have experienced rage before. Although, another thing I have experienced, which is similar, is domination magic. Losing all sense of control as well as sense itself, kind of fading away, like fading out of yourself, and then into something else you've never done before, definitely sounds like telltale signs of domination magic.
It sounds like it isn't worth investigating, but it's tough to say that we would know for sure about an event that happened how many years ago?
Long time ago, probably.
Centuries ago. Kind of sitting here and hashing about the who's, what's, and whys and the what ifs of.
I'm just thinking
centuries ago. No, I think it's a very logical and sensible solution or reasoning for how it could have happened, but I think right now what I'm trying to do is listen to the story and understand Red a little bit more, if you don't mind.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine. I understand you're an inquisitive character in nature.
I'm a book person. I apologize.
You're fine. I hope. I just wanted to say that. That's all.
I apologize, Red, if that was disrespectful.
it's hard to speak of, but closing myself up further gets us nowhere. Genya reminded me that we have faced troubles in the past that were directly caused by withholding information. Thus, when I saw those bodies in the temple, strung up in that exact same manner, if Hakti or Deox has too been cursed with the same affliction that I fell prone to, I feel that I cannot hide my past any longer, and I have been ignorant to do so for so long.
Understand.
Red,
Yes.
was that ritual that your husband doing demonic in nature, or do you not know?
Did I roll? Would this be an Arcana check or a History check? Because I don't think I don't know if I ever fully determined it. I just know it's. I just found out that it was some kind of a ritual.
I don't
Mr.
know if
Jet.
it's even possible to make that check at this point. It's been so long since your character has seen that scene. Jet, what do you rule us?
Mr.
I
Jet.
mean, she kind of
sorry.
revisited it, like,
Yeah.
actively
recently.
revisit, like, through hell.
Yeah.
But Jet, what would this be? Arcana history?
Hey guys, it's me, Jet.
Jet?
I ruled that you are all level 20 now. Hooray!
Everybody.
I think our DM literally fell asleep. So I
Yeah, I was
Kenny,
gonna say.
am going to call session.
Sounds good right now.
I appreciate you guys sticking around a little bit and doing character interactions. It really means a lot to
Sorry.
me.
Now
I'm sorry that I waited to the very end. I apologize.
it's fine.
No, you're fine. I think
Yeah, you're
yeah,
good.
we call it here because our DM isn't here anymore, and I think he'd want to be present for any kind of conversations,
DM
especially
is
like this.
fucking asleep.
Yeah.
Of course, I get it.
That being said, though, these were amazing character interactions. I definitely had shit tons of fun today. I am sorry if I do come at